island.
Yeah, I guess so.
What are you guys doing up here?
I don't know.
I
I
had
just
no
parked
place to
to wait,
turn
and then
around.
Alex parked next to me.
Okay. Anyway, we should do this.
Okay.
We should probably say who's here. So currently in this thingy or in this stream, we have Alex who was with us last night. We have Melody, and we also have Altered who was just accepted into the ITC. So say hello,
Hello.
folks.
Oh,
Hello. Are you actually gonna join us, Altus?
Yes, I am actually. I am currently in the process of currently in the process of setting up some keybinds because I don't have everything set up.
All right, hang on one second. I gotta turn you down just a hair.
Me?
Yeah, you, because it's a
Yeah,
little
sorry
bit
about
blowing
that.
my ears out. There we go. Okay, say something.
Sorry. Is it
No,
all
just
good?
okay. That sounds way better, much better.
Okay.
There we
Sorry.
go.
Why does
Yeah,
the AI tracker?
There we go. Okay.
What?
Now we're back in the game. just had to fix that. So anyway, so let's see. Who are we waiting for right now? Are we waiting for
Farmer.
Ultra
One
to
of the
get on here?
farmers.
Oh yeah, we're waiting.
Sorry about that. I'm just setting up a few like my truck stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just setting a few settings like my braking and all that because it's a little too high for my pedals at first.
That's fine. As you can see, we're going to be taking doubles mostly, and you can see my truck for tonight. It's called
Okay.
Black Star. It is a little tribute to David Bowie's final album of the same name.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Yeah, it's a white truck with black crystals on it, or I would
You're gonna
say
ram me.
like,
You're gonna ram me, Alex.
uh-oh, I'm getting this all
I
on
won't.
stream too. He
You're,
says
you're,
that's his.
Yeah,
says it's
I
his
won't
main
get
trailer
anything to
is-
say as you scratch along my trailer.
Yeah, I'm just seeing that back trailer just simply just going, right across the side of it. But it is hard to turn these suckers around, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
This is gonna be a 440. Go ahead. Okay. Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to show everybody our flight plan for tonight, where we're going to be starting up here in Groningen, and then we're going to be trucking all the way down here to Nuremberg, and then from there we're going to be heading over to Bratislava here in Slovakia. I have a friend who lives.
I have a question. Is the convoy online at the moment?
Yeah,
it's TMP.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're on
it's
TMP.
TMP.
Okay, that's what. Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Anyway, after the Nuremberg, we then head down to Bratislava. And here's what'll happen. If at the end of that load we don't get any more people, we may continue a little bit, but because Melody does not have all the DLC, we can't go into areas. What's that?
I do.
Oh, nice. So that means we could possibly go north and explore a little bit if we decide to. So
let me just look at where. I think that we just pretty south central.
Yeah, because if you take a look at the map really quick, we don't have any toll roads we got to worry about. In fact, we're actually bypassing all the toll roads. The only time we're ever going to hit a toll road is if we end up going up from Bratislava into Katowice, where it's flanked by toll roads, followed by going into Warsaw and stuff. But if we end up, going off to the right and staying as far right as possible up until we get to almost to above Warsaw, then we can avoid toll roads and stuff. But we'll see where this whole thing takes us.
All right, and in which server are we joining?
Or
Sim
are
1.
we Sim 1? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I propose going to Italy instead of Poland?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. So, like, if we're done with Bratislava, then we can just jet backwards towards Italy.
Yeah, we can just
I haven't really explored Italy yet.
Yeah, we can just go along top.
Yeah, because if I'm looking at the map really quickly, let me see here. Where's Bratislava? There's Bratislava.
A2 all the way down. collect stuff in Bologna, and then we can head south to Rome like last convoy, where we could head further south to Malmo, where one of the islands.
Yeah, I think maybe the word. I think maybe the best road is what you just said, is to go back up the A4 and then trick down into the A2 by past Graz, and then continue, because then we start the whole toll road deal, which I believe we will have one, two,
It's
Oh
about
my god,
five.
there's so many toll
four,
roads.
five,
Yeah, there's a lot of toll roads.
5 toll roads if we wanted to go down into Pescara, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and if we wanted to go way further down towards Catalina, then that would be a grand total of 12, because we would have to hop the ferry at San Giovanni and come over here to Messina.
Okay, what about what
Yeah.
about Spain? Does everyone have Spain? Spain doesn't.
Oh yeah, we do.
Right?
I don't remember. I
Spain
think I
has
might.
toll roads.
I bought a few. I don't remember exactly what I bought.
If we-
I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
it has a weird name. It's called like Ilda or something. I don't know.
If
It's
we
a
end up
deer
doing
meal.
Yeah, if we end up doing Spain, then we can alter the route again, because we can then go from because we can go from Bratislava, and we can either stay above until we get to Stuttgart, and then just go down the way, because then we'll still end up with a lot of toll roads. I mean, we wanna try to avoid Paris as much as we can, but let me see, where is Barcelona anyway? Where is it? Right here. So it's kind of on the little peninsula there. Wait a minute. Heck, we could go into Italy, cross over at Naples, and it would take us directly to Barcelona if we wanted to.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a fun.
Oh,
But let me
Yeah,
double
then-
check how many toll roads we would hit. Let me see. 1,
I'm checking.
Too many.
2, 3. Let's see, 3 so far.
So too many still.
3, because
oh,
here's the thing: if we bypass the A2,
Mhm.
if we like cut up at Graz to the A9 and then
Yep.
jumped on to the A1, if we continued up here and then like got off to where it's going to go to Innsbruck, we can then take that road down, and that's where we'll only hit those types of toll roads. But hang on a sec, let me double check all that. But that's
So-
only if we want to do that.
So what I'm seeing is we go past Graz, we go to the A10, we get off, and we go through the Swiss Alps, and then we go
Yeah,
by
that's right.
Innsbruck, and we go through there, and then we cut down. Maybe we can go down
Mhm.
some of these mountain roads.
Yeah, so we end up going through. Yes, we end up going through Switzerland, and then we just continue forward. So we'll just pick up some Swiss chocolate along the way.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
the
know.
A.
Alternatively, if you want to make this a really long haul, we could always go back to Rotterdam, go to Europort, Felixstad, climb out, go to Bilbao, and then to Barcelona. But that'd be really long, so that's up to
That would
you.
be that would be.
Yeah, at least
like-
I'll have a better truck for it.
I like the idea of getting off right below Graz, going up over, and taking some of the mountain passes.
Yeah, we could take the mountain passes, because I think all of us have got the Scanias and stuff. And Altered, are you in
Alex,
Groningen yet?
I
Alex,
am
you might want
not.
to
I am currently setting up a truck.
Remember to
Okay.
reset your
Yeah,
AFK
sorry.
timer for anyone.
Yeah. Oh, hello. That's right, we gotta put the lights on. I'm just moving my truck out of the way so I'm not blocking any of the roads. Just put it right here. I can put it right here because
You blocked me in.
I can do it like this. I can just pull the truck over here.
I'm gonna actually do this because it's pretty smart.
There we go. See? I'm technically not cutting the
now
path.
You're not just
Now you're gonna block in Detroit.
I won't entirely block you.
And yeah, everybody
How
you
is
can
Detroit
see.
supposed to... Okay, never mind.
Remember,
Also, hi Omen. Omen's in the chat right now. And also, you can all see Alex's disco ball over here.
yeah, we won't talk
Teal.
about that.
No,
I think we
won't,
should.
because
No, I think we should.
well, I mean, here's the thing. On my truck, not counting the headlights, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 extra lamps. Over here, So kitties, here's a little Sesame Street thing. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 lights. He has 21 of these freaking lights on his truck.
Oh, I just realized I haven't been using all my lights.
It's in F4.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, though.
Yeah, these are.
There you go. Now I'm a shining beacon in the dark.
Yes, that's right. So
Yeah,
right
Did you
now,
see my
what-
line?
let's see.
How much longer do you think you do?
I am just fixing one of my things, and I will see you. I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
that much longer, guys.
What's your loud horn sound like, Alex? That's your loud horn?
Mine's this one.
Mine's this.
I didn't even hear it back here.
I heard it a little bit. No, outside the cab.
Yeah, I'm outside of the cab myself. I'm just standing here. Oh, now I hear it.
Where were you guys at?
You're in
Groningen. Yeah,
Which
Groningen.
is where I
It's a-
forget.
It's in the top
It's
of the
above-
Netherlands.
Yeah, it's above Amsterdam.
Netherlands.
It's above Amsterdam and to the right. Oh, nice. Maximilian just brought in some money for me. 23,000 quid. For me, I'm going to be taking in 40,000 quid with this.
Oh
load.
shit! I cannot quick travel there.
Why not?
Okay, so go to Amsterdam and then drive over on 87.
I can't quick travel there either. I haven't been out that way.
Rotterdam?
Oh, no.
Nope.
Well, then what's
Well-
the closest port that you can go to?
Closest port I can go to is Hamburg in Germany.
Hamburg. Okay, then do this. Let's see, where is Hamburg anyway? Is that on, is it on the one?
It's so if you go to
It's north
Groningen,
central
it's
Germany.
literally straight to the right.
Straight to the right. Oh, okay. Then you know what you could do? You could do this. Take a load from Hamburg, and then you can join up with us at Osnabrück. Because if we all leave at the same time, you should be able to catch us, and then you can just take up the caboose.
All right, so freight market.
Yeah,
then
and you want to what?
No, instead of going to freight market, go into your game. Okay. Click once you get in your game,
Okay.
press tab, right click. In the center you'll have a job dispatcher, and then you'll dispatch yourself from Hamburg to Nuremberg.
Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
So you go into your game.
Okay.
In like driving.
Yep, I'm in my cab.
Click tab, right click,
Okay, click tab.
and then right click.
Okay.
Then click job dispatcher. In
Okay.
the middle. And then when you're at Hamburg, you can dispatch load to Nuremberg, Germany, with whatever load you want.
All right, so source. Okay. And what company should I do?
We're going to sand builders.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right, so let me. All right. So let me tab that out. Let me quick travel there real quick.
And then you'll want to load to Nuremberg, and then once you have your load, then Melody, are you ready to pull out when we say go? Because since you're gonna lead us for this first part, let's just make sure that you're good to go. Because once Altered has the load,
Okay,
we'll
so
say
tab.
it will say go, and we'll take off.
Job dispatcher from Hamburg, sand builders to city.
We're not doing sand. What? No, we're doing roofing felts, right?
No,
Yeah,
the
roofing
company.
felt.
Oh, company. Oops.
Yeah, which sand builders company, right?
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
sand builders
To
in
and what was the was
Roofing, you can take whatever.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
meant for the
We're taking
Which-
roofing felt
to.
to Nuremberg.
Oh yes, that's correct. Sorry, my brain is not. It's still not all the way back. Nuremberg. Come on. Does it care? Do you care what company I do?
As long as you're going to do those that would be
Yeah.
Alright. Take this job immediately.
So we're just waiting, and Alex, why are you blocking me in?
I didn't mean to.
Just try to wait when. Alright,
Yeah. So, Altered, when you have your load and you start rolling, then we'll start rolling.
10-4.
So, Melody, take your position.
sure.
My guy.
And a roll for soon.
Yeah, let's wait for Altered to be
Okay.
ready, and then once he starts rolling, then we'll go.
Yep, I'm just training my stuff out.
That's fine.
I'm gonna pull over here.
Ooh. Whoa! Laggy
Let me
spike.
go forward a tiny bit so you're not blocking the intersection.
Yeah.
Flip on the sidewalk.
And there's no one here, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what? You never know when somebody's gonna just come in or just bip in and be like, "Who are these idiots?" Of course, I don't know why Meatwad would be playing Euro Truck Sim. Frylock. There's like 3 guys from the ITC. I think I should join them.
Yeah, no, it was something someone said. I was like, I'm immortal.
But I can also do one of his famous catchphrases from when they did the Scooby-Doo parody. Meaty, meaty, moo. If nobody has watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force, please do. It's hilarious.
A show with meat that has a character that's a wad of meat did a thing with Scooby-Doo.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. Altered? You ready?
I am backing up to my trailer.
Cool. All right. Once you start rolling, then Melody, stand by.
Roughing the engine.
Nice.
I'm ready to smash my gear 60 times in 1 second.
That can be taken so different many ways.
My beams on. All my lights are on, right? I did. Yeah.
Oh, there's a rogue person doing this.
Oh no.
Oh,
See the person
there is?
ahead of us?
Oh yeah, look at that. Wonder who it is.
On a server of 2,800 people, there's 4 of them joining it.
Well, let's see who this guy is coming into our view.
It's awkward.
Alright. Got the wood, I'm gonna head out.
Alright,
Okay,
let's go. Roll forward. Here we go,
Ignoring
everyone.
stoplights, right?
Yeah, we're ignoring the stoplights because we're a convoy.
You should never ignore stoplights no matter what. I feel bad.
Hopping to 60 and staying there for a little bit until we leave town.
That's fine. You gonna give me the lane there, Alex, or no?
I'm trying to speed up.
Alright, then I guess I'll have to go in behind you then.
Oh, what's
We'll
my
do
gas
double
lights?
wide
Oh,
until one of us makes a gap like this.
All right, 10-4. We'll go ahead and do double wide as if we own the road.
Oh my.
So yeah, usually I stream the ITC ATS convoys, but tonight it's all about ETS 2, which is where I got my start in.
Oh, I'm
Leading
gonna
up
need
to
over.
Yep. Forgot this goes down in the 1 lane, so come on over, buddy.
Oh, yep.
I
Warning
went
me, I was
slow.
looking at.
Yeah, I always try to
Super.
make sure before I whip over.
Yeah, we're speeding up to 80.
Reference
Yeah.
50 mile an hour.
That's right. Whoa!
Oh,
whoa.
yeah, you're using miles.
Whoa! Jesus,
Do we need to
Alex.
stop at Detroit?
I lag.
You lagged so hard. You just literally stopped, and all of a sudden, your trailer just simply did like a tail swap.
My
Yikes.
visibility is 0, by the way, so...
Yeah, your ping is fine. You are closest to the server. I'm furthest away, so I'm at 158, and then Alex is at 114.
Expect mine to be all over the place.
Yeah, it's
Didn't
probably
you
gonna be
bring
all
up the rear
over
then?
there. I'm bringing up the rear.
But I'm saying, is it safe
Do I
to
keep
do so?
lagging?
Yeah, Alex, you are lagging like a mother trucker.
Oh, watch out, road obstruction.
Yep.
If I get too bad, we'll just walk.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm giving you a wide berth here.
Yeah, mine is probably a weird place because everyone's on the internet in my area. Because I don't think anyone's can be
Yeah.
up 97 inches of snow.
Yeah, you got 7 inches over there.
Oh, you got 0.
Right now, season 4, I think about 7.
Interesting. We don't get any snow out here because we're not even in the mountainous areas. We're in the plains, and it doesn't snow. It frosts, but never snows.
Last year in March, we got like 20 centimeters of snow in a single day.
Jeez, Louise.
Wow.
That's.
Don't worry, we had where I used to live. We had 24 inches in 6 hours.
What the?
Yeah, that was last Christmas. Not this past 2021 Christmas, but 2020 Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing.
Okay.
4 inch and a half.
Yeah.
I should
That is.
make this corner. Famous
It's like-
last words.
What is it? That's like 12 centimeter an hour? Something.
Something like that.
That's a lot.
Speeding
Switch
up
spots.
to 85.
Yeah.
I'm guessing speed limit is something that is very strict.
In some cases, yes, but here,
Oh.
if you're speeding, that's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just driving carefully because, like I said, my visibility is 0. Like that road obstruction, I just saw it at the last second. I can see it.
Wait, how is your visibility 0?
It's very dark.
Do you think it's your monitor being weird?
Oh no, I'm running the snow.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I find it pretty, but I didn't realize how dark it made the nights.
Yeah, I mean, right now I don't have anything snow on. It's 5:53 in game, and it is currently sunny and nice out here.
Oh, it's pitch black for me.
Oof,
How many
well,
kilometers do you guys have?
Well,
yeah, I'm
I'm in miles too. We have 380 miles to go.
I mean, if you want, I can speed up. Actually, I'll speed up. There's a loop-de-loop coming up.
Yeah, wait until we get past the loop-de-loo, and then you can speed up.
Do you want to keep this real, or do you mind if it goes to race?
It doesn't really matter if it goes to race or not. I mean, we can do it either way because, you know, the stats on ETS2 are all over the place. You know, it's not like on ATS where everybody's kind of settled into their
20
spots.
left. Also, be
Yeah.
warned, I slow down a lot in these loops.
That's fine.
It's not
Because
even a loop.
yeah, it's more
Well, I
of
still
like
slow
yeah,
down a lot.
it's not really a loop-de-loop. It's just more like
Catch,
a.
don't catch, God damn it! I took the
Oh, I saw
Oh.
that. Oh, Jesus!
Sorry.
No damage.
Sorry.
No damage. Holy cow!
Yeah, neither did I.
I bumped you at like 2 man-hours, that's probably why.
But you didn't get any damage either, did you? Did
I
you,
got
Melanie?
4.
No.
I got 4%.
How many kilometers do you guys have left?
366 miles.
Yeah, you guys definitely gonna get. Oh, you have
590
miles on?
kilometers.
I have mine on kilometers.
I always go with-
590.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
590.
Okay, so we're about the same. We're actually almost identical. I'm at 560.
Cool.
Means you're
So-
ahead of us.
Yeah, that means you're ahead of us. So, all right, go ahead and speed up there.
Give me a second.
Melody.
I'm still learning the 12 gear.
Hmm.
What? Speeding up. Hello? We're on a hill?
I mean, you have 60,000 pounds of cargo.
Oh yeah, we have 30 tons. Yeah, that might explain.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, our max engine in this one, in my Black Star Scania, is 730.
I'll go
Like, if
80.
Like if we were doing the TMP, then we'd be able to charge that with like either a Cummins or a Cat. Yeah. But that's okay.
You're gonna keep that distance to turrets?
Sure, I'll keep a little bit of distance here, but where the hell did Alex go?
I'm catching up. I'm playing really. I'm driving really fast with space by start lagging.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're in
That
the rear
makes
end.
sense.
But yeah, I was just keeping a little bit of distance there because I just couldn't. See, the thing about the 12 speed and this particular engine package is that it's really tricky to kind of like keep up sometimes. But I have great acceleration, but when we get on the hill, it kind of is like, you know, doesn't want to go.
Oh, I missed my 6th gear.
We're doing any heavy loads today?
We
Not
might.
necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily for the official convoy.
I'm gonna get in the left
for-
lane because local buses are not doing
Alright,
great.
'cause I got a
Speeding up
triple
to-
axle with
oh,
a
yeah.
drop.
Oh, nice. And what truck are you running with there, Altered?
I forget exactly, but it's a Volvo.
Oh, nice.
Probably end up
Oh, you
with
didn't join the Scania again.
I know. I need to.
Head right, then hit right again.
And it's alright, because you know what?
Dropping to
Despite
7.
the fact it's a Volvo, you know, there's not much you can do here that would offend anybody here at Euro Truck Sim, because if you drive a Volvo, everybody, you know, will still accept you no matter what. Because that's the beauty of it.
Oh, if you drive, what's that British one called?
The British one?
Iveco or something?
No,
Yeah,
Iveco
Iveco.
is Italian.
Iveco's Italian.
Oh,
No,
if
the
you
British
drive an
Renault?
Iveco, you'll just get lost there.
Yeah, British. No. Renault is a French truck. That's French. Mercedes is German.
Yep.
Scania and Volvo are Swedish,
Ish.
and so is DAF, I believe.
I don't like this 12 gear. I'm slowing down on a hill.
That happens sometimes.
I'm at 470 kilometers.
Let's speed up to 90.
Alright. Here comes somebody on the other side.
Oh, you guys are doing 90? That would explain why I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah, you cruising along at 110.
Yep.
Yep, guess so.
What's that in miles?
110
That's
in miles?
68.
So
That's about, yeah.
60. Okay, gotcha.
It's whatever the max is.
Okay.
I mean, if you want, we can go all ham out to and then meet up in the river.
I mean, I didn't know if you guys were going to be there quicker than I was, so I literally just, I'm going all out.
No, let's go all out then. Speed up to max.
10-4.
One truck. Why, you know, I don't like this 12 gear. It speeds me up
I'm in
very
the far
slowly,
lane.
you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm in the far lane.
Well, I'm in the opposite lane than you are.
Yeah, you're in the carpool lane.
Yeah, you all have to try
Alex,
today.
Alex, tell me that you have something in the passenger seat so you can work in the carpool lane.
I don't. No, I lied. I have
Aye,
a copy of this too.
Okay, at the next station.
I guess that works. You know what? I guess that works.
Okay, at the next city, Alex, you and I are gonna walk in to some place where they have a bunch of showroom dummies, and we're gonna pick out one that looks like Angelina Jolie, and we're gonna buy it, and we're gonna put it in the passenger seat of your truck.
No.
Yes.
Why not?
No, I disapprove of that greatly.
He
Scarlett
proves it.
Johansson?
Let's go.
Okay, then we'll get you somebody else. Scarlett Johansson?
No, stop it.
Brad Pitt.
No.
No.
What about Britney Spears?
No.
Courtney Cox?
Juicy,
No.
aren't you?
Lady Gaga.
Okay.
No.
Lady Gaga.
No, not Lady Gaga.
What about Lady Gaga in the meat dress?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
My
piece
truck
of meat.
did this.
Oh yeah, you're what? Oh yeah, you're bobbing all over the place.
Yeah, it's my wheel. I need to recalibrate it.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
need
yeah.
to
Calibrate it then.
Running
Yeah.
right, by the way, in case you don't know.
Oh, here we go. Oi!
Oh,
Yeah. Loop-de-loop's coming up, so I'm slowing down a lot. Again.
Yeah, we're in a
I am
loop-de-loop.
slowing down.
I'm gonna
Yeah, we're
go
gonna
down to 40.
Yeah, it's
10-4.
probably safe. Ooh, don't do
About
that.
370 kilometers.
God, I can't
see
see
who's here.
anything.
35.
Oh, somebody. Oh, Soy is in the chat, and she said Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds, good choice.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah, what was he in recently?
Yeah.
Free
When
guy.
we get to Nuremberg, I'm gonna switch back to my 6th gear.
Okay. Hey, we could also get you Charlie Sheen.
Oh no!
Oh.
Stop!
Hey, that means you-
Stop!
Hey, we have some Tiger Blood.
Carol Baskin. Then he definitely has some Tiger Blood.
Jesus.
What's that one Tiger dude? What's his name?
Tiger
Not Charlie
dude.
Sheen, the other one.
Oh,
That is- funny.
Something exotic. Joe Exotic.
Yes.
Joe Exotic, yeah.
Oh,
that's
someone
why I
found in the middle of the highway.
I
Oh,
think there's
no.
a convoy in front of us, so head to
Ooh.
middle lane.
Oh,
You
they
two are right back
crashed.
there?
Yeah, I'm fine,
they
I'm
crashed?
fine. I avoided it. Yeah, they're crashed.
Well, go middle lane, go middle lane. There's people in front of us.
Yeah, they're, 2 people. Oh, wait, that's 3 people that are stopped.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang,
you're speedy,
that's a
Detroit.
big
I'm sorry,
crash.
I don't like this 12 transmission.
Do you need me to? You want me to direct you?
I'm also experiencing rain on my screen. Are you guys doing the same thing
Oh,
too?
No.
Alex, what are you doing?
That's my wheel. I need to recalibrate
He's
it.
doing Carol Baskins.
No, we don't need her because come on, reasons.
Well, I don't know about Alex. Alex isn't a very reasonable person.
Oh, be
Oh,
quiet.
come on. Come on, he's very reasonable. It's just, you know, he wants a specific type, you know?
Oh,
Yes,
shut
that would be
up.
that
Yeah.
relates to men.
No, come on.
It's
we
okay.
gotta-
It's okay, Alex. You can come over here. I'll come give you a big hug. Kiss you too.
No! Oh God, Alter.
You
Oh
go.
Jesus! Oh wait, that's Melody. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Oh, did
yeah,
I wreck you
Detroit.
almost? Oh, sorry.
Detroit,
I'm-
stop
I
paying
am-
attention to what I'm saying. Pay attention to the road. Jeez, come on.
I'm paying attention to the road, man.
The question is, who
Alex
is
is
really
just
paying?
vibing in the middle.
Who's what?
Question is, who's paying attention when I pull out a brake check?
Oh, don't do
Alex,
that.
I'm always paying attention when you pull a brake check because I'm literally right in your trailer in the next 3 seconds.
Ooh.
This
Well,
man,
hey,
like,
that just
I'm
means a
literally
free
right
ride.
on his. I'm right against his trailer, like we're literally that close. And this man pulls a brake check on me. Next thing you know, he's like, "Oh, why'd you hit me?"
That's I cancel my cruise for 1 second, and you run into me.
That's because you didn't tell me. Hey, I'm gonna cancel my cruise. Bog it down a little bit. Okay.
You know,
Wait, you canceled on Tom Cruise?
No.
Oh no, who would do that?
No. But no. I see what you mean. But also, Soy, welcome to the chat if you're still in there.
Listening
just
to our conversation.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, it's the three of us that are just simply convoying. We were supposed to have Cargren and others in here, but they have not showed up. So we decided to just go ahead and be a 3-man convoy plus a Bobo, which is now a 4-man convoy, and we're heading our way to Bergman, and then we'll be heading to Bratislava.
I just feel like I took the
attention
lead.
to the road. I'm paying attention to Alex because his driving style makes me afraid.
That's what you see my wheel?
Yes. He
You
has
see
a
my
very
wheel?
specific
Oh
driving
my-
style. It is
What are
crazy.
you doing?
You see my little...
And you're Yeah, we see
What
your...
are you doing? Stop slowing down.
I'm
I'm
not.
slowing down. We're on a hill.
Yeah, we're
Yes, you
slowing
are.
down. We're bogging down on a hill.
I'm at 230 kilometers.
Alright, we're at 191 miles.
300 kilometers.
Yeah.
Alex, what are you doing?
That's my
we got
trailer wagon.
Yeah, it's a waggy boy.
It's wag wow wow wow.
What kind of noise was that?
Ooh, your internet. Head right, by the way.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're slowing down a lot, Alex.
Ding.
I don't play with that
Watch
shit
it.
ramps in this game.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you are in front of me, so I'm not that far behind you. So why would you nice?
Where's the truck go?
I'm
I
behind
would
you
so
guys.
get kicked
Yeah,
right
the truck's
now.
behind
There's
me.
somebody standing. You know, with what I'm doing right now, I would so get kicked out. I would so
Why?
get kicked if
Why?
somebody saw what I was doing. Because I was literally I was swerving from one guardrail to the other on a 2-lane highway at 110 kilometers.
Yeah, don't swerve if you can help it.
Oh no, I
Alex,
was
just-
intentionally
okay.
doing that. I was intentionally. That was all intentional.
Oh. Right.
Alex is just in front of me, I guess.
Yeah, and you guys have kind of left me in the dust because I had to bog down really hard.
Well, that's
I'll-
right.
I'll-
I
let you catch
put my
up.
recorder on.
Whoa, man, we don't use that word here.
We do if it's the trucking because it's retarder. It's what helps slow the truck
Alex,
down.
No,
Alex.
I know.
Just
Actually,
16.
actually, a retarder was more made for actually keeping consistent speed. Like if you're on a hill, it wasn't made to slow you down. It was actually made to keep you at a speed.
Yeah, that's true.
Alex, speed back up to max.
I am.
I'm at 165 kilometers.
Okay, we're at 153 miles.
247 kilometers. Are you European autoed?
Because I do it accordingly. If I'm an ETS, I have not imperial. I have metric, and if I'm on ATS, I have imperial on.
How are you
Question, how are
faster
you
than me?
catching this, buddy?
Yeah, how are you catching us? Why am I behind?
I got my pedal to the metal and
He's got the
pedal to
Scania. Don't
Yeah, but
question.
I was
also-
doing 70.
I also have the same car.
Detroit, you cut me off.
What?
Exit right.
I did?
Yeah, you weren't clear at all.
Why didn't you call out some?
There's also a loop-de-loop coming up.
I'm just
Yeah,
not-
also watch out because there's a pilot car back there.
Could be an admin. He's watching you guys.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see if I can detect. No, it's somebody from Vogel CB9. So it's
He
probably a
just
different
fucked me up
company.
badly. He slowed down at first and then decided to speed up. So wait for me, I'm a bit behind.
I feel like just sitting here. I feel like just being them.
Yeah,
I mean, I used to be the
128 miles.
convoy leader, and then I just go bypassed. So okay.
You're gonna
Yeah, I
brake
know
check
that.
me, buddy. I'm going to screw your day up. Oh, you're a
jeez.
troll.
Alex, can you screw me up?
What happened?
He's a troll. You're a little
Really?
troll, and guess who just got caught on tape?
Uh-oh. A troll.
Why is he a troll?
He just cut in front of me and brake checked me.
I can't even see
Yeah,
where
buddy,
you guys are.
you're getting. By the way,
Report it.
by the way, what's the BC thing? Is it
X.
Z? No, for PMP,
I mean
what
the-
is it?
X.
By the way, I got that on film.
Good.
What is that?
Alex, what are you doing? Stop swerving. Holy
No!
cow.
Don't tell Alex what to do. Be nice.
I can't even see what's going on because it's raining and you guys are like way behind.
Yeah, I am 51% damaged because of a little troll in a car.
Oh, you mean that one little car that
Yeah.
was
Running out for you for some reason.
80 kilometers out.
Oh
Hey,
man.
get trolled. Ow.
Oh, those little pilot
He's
cars.
he's aiming for you. He's ignoring me. He's aiming for you. What?
All right, I'm pulling over.
No, trust me, I'm
Yeah.
giving him a run for his money.
No, don't retaliate. Just tow.
No, you see what I'm doing?
No, don't retaliate.
I'm watching this little dot.
God.
Oh.
You.
Okay.
Alex.
Oh.
Just tow yourself to the nearest city. The troll won't have anything to troll if you're not here.
Oh no.
I'm finishing this without getting towed.
Alright. That's a valid argument.
Alright,
Just
50
watch this
kilometers
thing.
out.
All right, we're 109 miles out.
Trolled.
So I mean, I'm currently pulled over, and then I'm just getting back
Is
up
it
and running.
even? Is it? What is the TMP thing?
Again, it's X.
Yeah, it's whatever your CB radio is.
No, it's for TMP. I don't know. Isn't it that?
Yeah, it's X.
Yeah, hold X. You
You
should see a
mind
little
stopping
white.
that? I don't see it though.
You should see a little. Oh, now he's doing it to me. Okay.
I mean, I see.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it on film for you, by the way.
Oh no, I'm just stopping. I'm not gonna entertain him.
I'm just waiting for you guys to just catch back up.
He's
I
coming
gotta
back
stop.
for you,
I gotta
Alex.
stop. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Otherwise, I'm kicked. I gotta rebuy something so I don't get kicked.
Okay.
Yeah, Detroit, just head on before the troll catches you.
All right, 10-4. I'll
Yeah,
bravely go on.
yeah, just go on.
Now, usually the rule, well, the unwritten rule is that when something like that happens, our fellow brethren stay back to kind of like get it on film and stuff. But in this type of situation, I'll just
If I'm getting-
hightail it.
Yeah, Alex is already recording
I'm
it.
getting
And,
All right.
I got it all on film.
Nice.
how do I? Oh, the dude's there. How do I report someone again? I forgot.
Oh, I'm gonna do this soon.
Well, I mean, I'm streaming right now, so if I was still
I
back
know.
there, I would have caught that. But I'm surprised. You know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't go after me because I had somehow become the convoy leader before we got into the turn. I'm not sure what he had against Alex or whatnot.
I slowed down and cut him off by accident.
He's currently speeding up to you, Detroit. So watch out for that.
10-4. I know how to deal with these nutters.
Yeah, I'm way behind. I got rammed once, but
Yeah, let me see where he is.
Did you see my CD working?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I
your
did.
CPU was working. All
Okay,
right, he's coming into my. He's coming closer to me, but because I can hold the speed a bit better, he's about 700 milliseconds behind me, and he's getting smaller and smaller because I can hold this a lot better.
I'm pretty sure that's meters.
Now the only reason why I'm able to do
Oh
this,
no,
is
he stopped.
because
He's gonna target me again.
he stalled.
Mhm.
No, he
Jesus.
stopped on the middle. Oh no, okay, well.
Well, I did show the name of the nutter on stream, so
One sec, I'm gonna just set report. Oh, he's already been reported. He turned his car around just to ram me.
yeah. Can you
Tried to
see?
flip me.
Most of the time, pilot cars are only supposed to be used sparingly, especially in big convoys. If you're just gonna roam around the streets in one, they usually don't like that.
Where are you guys at? Oh, I see where I am. I got transported to Frankfurt.
Oh, nice. Grab some sausages while you're there.
Oh yeah, I know.
He's trying to block me in.
Hey, you know what we can do, Melody?
No, I'm fine.
No, we
I'm
can
just
create a
doing
sandwich when I catch back up to you.
Nah, don't do that. I'm fine.
So you're gonna try and create an Oreo?
Oh, I'm at the
Don't
place
do it.
where you tried to stop, where you tried to start all this, I think.
Don't do it, Alex.
Yeah, you know what? Pick and choose your battles.
Let's see. If I tell myself, where will I get teleported to?
Frankfurt.
I'm gonna go grab a quick bite. I just dropped off my load. I'll be back in just a second.
Damn.
Oh, I have successfully managed to deceive the troll by doing nothing.
Wow.
He
You just,
teleported
like-
away.
Nice.
Very
Yeah, that or he must have towed himself.
Yeah, because I kept ramming them.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
I
Alex,
put them under my trailer, but that's what I
Yeah.
did. What I mean by ramming.
are you planning on uploading the video too? Good.
I'm
When you-
recording. I'm like
Nice.
physically recording this, and
Nice.
then we'll
When
render
you-
it to your drive.
Cool. When you upload it, send it to me, or send me the YouTube link because I'd love to put that in the same description as my stream, so people can see your view of the whole mess.
Yeah,
the masterpiece.
it'll probably be harder because I don't know how long and how big the file would be. At this point, I'm already recording 60 FPS. Like, render it.
All right, 10-4. Just I'd love to see your footage and see like.
Because when I
what
render, it just makes it like a terabyte. Not that.
I see.
Well, because I normally render 60 or whatever.
Okay. Well, I'm about 13 miles away from my destination.
Yeah, I'm speeding back up. 100 away.
Okay.
That was a bit irritating, but oh well. Like
Well-
I said, again, if you ever have a troll, just park on the side of the road, turn off your engine and wait.
Yeah. Or just see what happens. Or sometimes you can get creative and you could end up running them off the road and it would be really good.
Yeah, the issue
Let's see.
when there's no
Don't know how
guardrail,
to-
I would. If there's no guardrail, I would have just shoved him into the center or something.
Nice.
I don't know how the admins should
Because
see
he
that,
has to.
Well, I mean, we're not the most populated area. I mean, everybody is over in Calais or Dover or any of those other ports and everything. So
though. No, I mean the reason why I was saying don't retaliate because I don't know the admin's viewpoints on retaliating.
okay. All right.
I wasn't.
So,
I was just trying to get away from him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
'cause
looks like I'm gonna need-
I was trying to stay in one lane, but he wouldn't let me. So I'm trying to get back over, and
Yeah. All right. Here we are.
I'm a
Took
whole.
us a little while.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm just speeding real quick.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, here's
Kind of
where
weird
it
that
is.
why would a troll hang out here? I mean, I suppose it's
Oh.
like not a viewpoint of the admins.
There we go. Load one done.
Yeah, I'm 40 kilometers removed from here, so
Nice.
Passing someone holding a locomotive.
Oh, you passing yourself? Like, are you a Time Lord, Alex?
No.
Because that would be interesting. Is that you would be in the future pulling a locomotive, and then you're talking to your past self.
I might do that from Bratislava to Barcelona.
Nice. And
I
I
don't
found
feel like bogging
Exodus.
everything down.
Okay.
I'll probably just put diesel generators like always.
Oh, okay. Well, I found Exodus here. What is that on his truck?
Something.
Oh, it's a wolf. Okay, from one side I thought he had a cockroach on his truck, and I'm like, why does he have a cockroach on the Volvo?
hey Alex, I
God,
see
that
you
scared
on
me.
my radar.
I think I see. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Oh,
you should
I see
see.
Melody. Yep.
Yep.
I'm just
Yeah, it's because
looking.
I'm slow with this 4th gear. I like when I said, when I'm in Nuremberg, I'm gonna just switch over to the 6th gear real quick.
I didn't want to reload save because that messes up the rest of these numbers. From what I found out.
Like I said, next time, just just park your car.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest way to defeat the troll is by doing nothing.
Where did he even go? Is my question.
I think they just teleported there.
Yeah, they must have teleported somewhere.
Yeah, because you
They might have
realized that I was recording.
They might have just gone to Frankfurt, or they teleported.
I didn't see him in Frankfurt.
But I was looking at the interactive map to see if he's still online. Maybe he got yoinked by an admin. Because I tried reporting him and he was already reported.
Maybe so. I see a dock coming in.
You should see Q dots here in a second.
Thank you, driver Emma. 2 grand. And they leveled up. Nice.
How did I catch up?
Yeah, you got to take this turn really wide. Gotta be really careful.
Going. Oh, as I hit the green check mark, I'll be happy.
And I'm hoping that this is not slow.
Like, oh, just right in front of me, I can do that. Who's
That's
that
right.
behind me? Oh, it's Alex.
Yeah, I'm good.
I just saw it, just heard, just in a U appeared. On.
Okay, you see what short means for my touchdown?
Alrighty. So now we're here in Nuremberg.
Now we go to I guess I'll do this.
Is it worth to get just-in-time deliveries?
Yeah. And gives you a little bonus.
Okay, I'm going to actually while I'm at here. I'm already in your dispatcher. Beverages.
That's some fancy dates. Can I propose a little bathroom break?
Yep.
I'll be right back.
Alright, job is generator.
So you're going to grab it now?
That's
Or
right
no?
here. I'm already picked up.
Oh. Oh, it is cool. I guess we're just waiting for Exodus and Unchained. I mean, Melody.
Oh, I'm here.
Alright. Ratsalava. Where's the beverages?
It's
There
sad.
we
I
are.
think they're wanting to retire early. The idea is the reality is
No, not those. Ooh, yeah. It's right next to me.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you screaming about trolls. I'm gonna cut you off. Look, man. There's no reason to scream. It's a game.
Was it an actual player personally doing it? Or
Yes, it was some asshole. I don't want to hear you screaming. Don't be taking that fair like that. Yes, some asshole purposely out there. Keep it up.
It doesn't matter what you use, you know? It's not-
Okay, let's get this pitched up really quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't know. Yeah, he must have.
AFK time problem.
Probably. And I got the load. It was going to be a short one to Bratsalava.
We said we're going to Barcelona for this load.
We could. Depends on what everybody wants to do.
I think it'd be cool to do that. Swiss Alps.
Yeah, it would.
Maybe we can go to lunch. Lunch, cut down to Milan.
Yeah. Milan, darling. Milan.
So I think we take all those odd, funky roads up through the mountains.
Yep, where the hills are alive with the sound of music.
We can go to this school in Salzburg.
Yeah, Salzburg, climbing up on Salisbury Hill. Climbing up on Salisbury Hill. Da. Eagle flew out of the night. I'm full of songs.
No, there's
No, but I know how to make my own fuel.
no.
just by buying a garage here and then upgrading it to the 5 spots and then doing it. But I can't really go too far away from the load. So our best option, if we want to get fuel,
There's a spot on our way out. We can go past the road. Right across the CS border, there's a waiting for us.
I see where it is. It's not that far away at all. It's like 88 miles away, so we can take care of that.
Yeah,
I just realized that since I'm right here in this place, I just discovered it. I have 2 question marks on there. I want to see what kind of truck delivery place is here, so I'm gonna take a loop around here. Let me see what this is. Let me discover it.
I'll go with you.
Okay. Alright, so I'll take this guy first. Let's see, is this a DAF dealer or is this a Iveco dealer? Let's see what this is going to be. This is going to be a Volvo dealer. Okay. So that means the other place is the recruitment agency. Fine. I don't really need to discover the recruitment agency, so we're good. Okay, so some of these folks are doing their own thing. And that was another Scania with as many lights as you have.
You kind of cut that guy off.
I didn't cut him off. On my screen, I didn't.
He was going straight too.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh!
what happened?
Just struggling with you. He's using the opposite lane.
Well, I had to take a big turn here.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright, welcome back. We got the load now, but now we're just waiting for Exodus to kick back in. If at all
Just pulling
possible.
myself real quick.
That's fine.
And then I'll pick up the cargo.
I guess.
For a second there, Alex, I thought we were going to become a conjoined snake at some point.
Oh yes, give me that 6 speed. 6 gear, I mean.
And as usual, I'm second race.
Let's see. Copying the job.
I need 7.6 Alpha kilometers to get.
Company?
Let's see. The company we're delivering to is BCP. So, in Bratislava.
The one you're at?
And, the load's going to be behind you, by the way. So this time I'll lead.
I was leading until I had idiot come up.
Yeah, you were in the lead, and then I overtook you. Because the other thing too is that you're running stick, aren't you, Alex?
No,
What are you running?
sequential. The wire on the
Interesting.
side just cut out for something. And
Yeah.
I've tried to
Well, I think it's also too because I have the automatic clutch, maybe. Because that's the thing is that I don't have a button to take care of the clutch or a pedal to take care of the clutch, so I have the game take care of the clutch.
Oh, you can do that?
I think so.
No, you can't first shifter.
Oh.
You can do the floating gears, though.
Yeah, I don't have them float. I just have it do a straight thing, just like in the car, in the actual race car.
I'm gonna bind my left arrow to clutch. Getting the whole clutch pedal and shifter is gonna be 400.
Gosh, I am so sorry, guys.
Welcome back.
I am so sorry about that.
You got shit
No,
also.
it's a double.
Where you guys heading? I'll head there.
We are
Yeah.
still in Nuremberg.
Yeah, we're still in Nuremberg because we're gonna be heading to Bratislava next.
Okay, so
And
where should I
which-
go in Nuremberg?
Just spawn back
Um,
in it because you got
Yeah, just spawn back in because you know what? That's where the load is gonna be once you use the in-game thingy.
I'm still in the game.
But you're not in
Well-
charge of the.
Yeah, no, it kicks you back to the single player thing, so you're gonna have to exit single player and then reopen Truckers MP and then get
Just
loaded in.
go back to the launch pad and then log back in.
Does that work? Because I
Yeah,
don't think
does.
I never have tried it.
I tried it.
try it the other way.
The randomness. Yeah, but I tried it once because it takes ages for my game to fully shut down for some reason. So if you just go to the launch pad, it brings you back to the login screen,
Okay,
and then you can just log, back in.
alright.
I got the light show.
So yeah, we're
Is
just
my
on
light showing?
standby and waiting. Yeah, your lights are showing in, but it's hard to see when Alex's lights are all over the place.
I should get
You
more
want to talk about
lights.
my Scania T I brought?
Scanning the what that you brought?
Scania T the other day.
Oh yeah. You put on so many lights. Jeez. I hate to give your electric bill.
He wouldn't have one. It'd be his gas bill, diesel bill, his petrol bill.
Okay, if we're gonna get specific.
His oil refinery bill.
You have your own oil refinery just in the back.
Right, just sitting in the freaking trailer. That's what he's hauling around. He sells his own diesel that he refines in his trailer.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so we're just awaiting. We got 364 miles with this, and hopefully we don't run into any people or anything like that. Not very many on tonight on a Sunday, but granted though, it's also too because this was such an impromptu deal. I mean, Melody was the reason why I decided to stream.
Alright, Amir. I'm guessing you guys are right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're behind you. So if you see the disco ball, the Black Star truck, and the other truck,
Dutch.
Melody's truck.
The Dutch truck.
The Dutch
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah, the Dutch.
I even have a double and a single trailer with the same color scheme.
The Verstappen
Really
truck.
Yeah.
He's
oh
Dutch.
my god.
Yeah, you got the
it's
Verstappen
the
truck. He's
Verstappen
Dutch.
truck.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we'll have any
So-
more on that.
We'll see. Anyway, Exodus will collect his loot, his load, and then we'll get going. Okay, who is
Where's
this
it
coming
going?
into the town? It's going to Bratislava.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Copy
Damn.
the job.
It's going to Braxel.
Bratislava, not
Yo.
Braxel. Bratislava.
So
The
but
only
you
one
can-
I see is the Frankfurt.
No. So
No, it's-
what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the same place.
Oh,
and
like the
click
tab.
on one of our names and put copy current job online.
Ah, okay. So settings. I see Trick was FM.
No, not settings.
No.
Right click one of our names.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, what do I do?
Yeah, if you
Go
right
out of
click
that.
on one of our
Go out
names,
of the settings.
get over.
Okay, so right clicked on your name, Alex. Oh, copy
and
current
copy
job.
current. Yeah.
Okay.
Frankfurt, or where are we? Frankfurt? No, Nuremberg. Nuremberg be busy.
Oh yeah.
Also, you might want to put ITC in your tags.
And how might I do that?
You go to the settings,
And then you just enter in your player name.
and then general, and then you just do player tag ITC.
Okay. Is it no collision here?
Yeah, there's no collision.
Yeah. Oh, I should turn the radio. If you ever want to listen to like terrible radio, put on Radio NL.
Alright, so once Altered is hitched up, we will continue and can start off with part 2.
I should probably drop my axle, shouldn't I, for this? How many tons is it?
This is a 83,000 pound load.
Okay, I'm dropping
37
that
tons.
axle.
Oh boy, I'm gonna regret using a 6-shifter.
Ooh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
I'm dropping. My
guarantee.
axle's getting dropped. Alright, I'm ready.
Alright,
Imagine having
then
a droppable axle.
here we go, everyone.
Oh, wait, hang on, guys. I'm gonna change my tag real quick. Options. What was the gameplay?
Just the first one.
Settings. Settings and where you dispatch your load and stuff.
So wait, where?
Settings and then general.
In your where you
The
dispatch your
tab
load.
menu. What? It's in the tab menu. The tab menu settings, general player tag.
Don't mind this driving.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Say that again, please. I'm like.
Go to your settings in the tab menu, then general, and then at the top it says player tag. That's where you put it.
Top says player tag.
Alright. Road.
Side.
Good, I have affected.
Alright, is
And
that,
and then hit apply, and then you should be good to go.
am I good? Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Yes. All right.
There.
And by the way, too, if anybody needs go-go juice, we're gonna go to the first gas station we come to. So, let's wait for you guys to get started, and then Exodus, come on in. Alright, here we go.
My beloved Six Gear, how I have missed you.
I'm gonna take these turns a little
Alex,
wide.
you're sliding all over the road.
Yeah, as soon as I heard 86,000 pounds, I'm like, oh, that axle is getting dropped.
Yeah. I mean, this is technically a heavy haul, because we're delivering beverages. Like, you know, we're taking them to some sort of movie theater, I bet.
Remember one time, don't you remember the gummy bear load?
Oh god,
gummy bear
the infamous gummy bear load. That wasn't on stream, but a couple of weeks ago, we had a load of gummy bears and
You
stuff.
did the wrong one, Detroit.
Okay, plot twist. I just wanted to discover that.
Yeah.
Okay, plot twist.
Yeah, you just wanted to discover
That was beautiful.
We about made the love tap. The rear end.
Oh, jeez. We about made the love tap. We're almost rear-ended. Alex, never say those two words again in the same sentence that close
I know,
together.
that just, that's a gay moment. No offense.
Alright, let's see here. Let's get on to the street. How about the freeway, Detroit? I cannot speak tonight for some reason. Alright. Where are you guys? I lost you. Oh, there you are.
Eating back up because I don't feel like tipping.
Yeah, that's right.
Hold up, guys. I need to...
You don't feel like tipping? Yeah, we should wait for Redux.
Alright. Pulling off. Pulling here. Back her down, back her down, back her down, back her down, back her down.
Give me... I'm sorry, guys.
You're good.
Pulling off the road?
Yeah, because you said to wait. You said to wait for Exodus, so that's what we're doing.
No, I know. I was just making sure. No, Alex, you're sliding. Alex, you're sliding. Thanks.
Did he hate you?
No.
Just making nervous watching.
Alex.
I couldn't even see
You're gonna
that.
bump me. Okay, Alex is still going. Okay.
I'm just gonna make you nervous.
Give him his
I
vertical
can't
space.
see anything. You're blocking
Guys,
my lights.
There's an issue.
What?
I'm
What's the
getting
issue?
tired.
Wait a
the hop
minute.
off?
You didn't. Wait, you didn't turn off fatigue simulation?
Hold up. I thought it was on. Yeah, wait. I thought it was. I thought it would automatically disable.
No,
No.
you gotta turn it off yourself.
I probably have to go back to the main menu, don't I?
Oh wait, did
No,
I
just
just
to the
do
options.
sandwich?
Oh,
Oh!
Thanks, Alex. Whoever did that to me.
that was me.
That was actually.
My fucking
Boy,
truck
if
didn't stop.
only I had some space in front of me so I could go forward instead of bumping up against something, right?
Jesus.
That was that. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
I saw that.
I don't know
Detroit
what
had-
just happened.
Detroit had sandwich speed as well, so.
I squarely
am-
put all the blame on Alex.
So
That I am
Exodus,
so sorry.
Did you turn
Don't
off the
worry.
fatigue simulation?
I did. I am so
let's go.
sorry.
No,
Yeah,
don't
let's
go.
go.
I'm stuck.
You're stuck?
No,
Yeah, I'm stuck. I got
his
pushed
truck
over
is
the
on the-
guardrail.
Yeah,
Here,
Oh
let's
no.
let's just tow to service. Let's not go to tow service.
I'm okay. I
No,
didn't
just
get
wait
any
for me.
damage.
Just wait for me. Just wait for
I
me.
got 1% of my truck.
I am so sorry.
Do you have anything on your
Well.
truck, Detroit?
That was my bad. I don't even
Zilch.
know. My brakes just like my pedal just went out for a second, and I. Oh my god.
Don't worry. Stop apologizing.
Yeah,
Like
so
I
we
said,
have,
all the blame is on Alex.
yeah, so pretty much my truck,
Okay.
it has zilch damage.
Detroit sandwiched me as well when I had nowhere to go.
Well, I didn't realize that we were all of a sudden just going to get, rammed into by Exodus.
It was
But what's
it
weird
was such a
though,
giant spring.
yeah, and what's weird is that I only went forward like a couple of inches. I didn't receive any damage.
Alex was a rock, and I was, I was being pushed against it.
You were between Alex and a hard place.
I like pushed into him. I was like, wait, what's happening? And I just started. I jumped back. Alex was like a loaded coil.
Mm. Yes. So now we're just waiting for Melody to catch back up with us.
Yeah, me and Exodus.
Okay. So we're just waiting over here on the other side.
Hey,
There is
don't worry about it. I barely got any damage. So.
There is a gas station coming up, so when we get closer to it, I'll call out box, box, box because I know I need fuel myself.
Just go to the gas station and then park there.
All right, then we'll go there. Then let's go.
It's like close. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that close by. We'll just know.
It's not that far away. It's just up the road here.
And you're gonna need my lane, Detroit.
Hmm.
You needed my lane.
Yeah, I know. Just had to get going, but you got going so fast.
Exodus, what are you driving?
We're all driving a
Scania.
Volvo. Yeah, Exodus is in a Volvo, and we're all in Scannies.
You being careful, Exodus? Or are you following the speed limit?
I'm not. I'm getting up there. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
so
past the speed limit.
We're a couple of random Scandi lads right now.
Yeah.
Watch out here, you don't want to topple over.
Yeah, if you guys topple over here, holy cow. In fact, at this point, we wouldn't even have to do Memorial Highway. I think we just name an archbishop after you.
This is my second crash, that was not my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should make that Memorial Highway outside of Oslo.
I mean, that one wasn't my fault either. I just turned and I flopped over for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the trailer was a giant solid tail in the middle of the air, quite literally.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was not on stream, but yeah, we saw it. I mean, I saw it
Neither
on 2
recorded.
eyes. Yeah.
Is
'Cause, I
this
mean,
better? Is this better for you there? Me doing 100 kilometers. Is this better for you?
Oh, I mean, I was just wondering what gear you were using, but...
The stuff builds up, you know.
Yeah, there's a field stop coming up here. We just got to get past the interchange here, and then we
Yeah, I
can.
definitely calibrate my wheel. How fast
Just
are
maybe
you
you
going?
can. Maybe you can do that. Let's see. I'm doing 58 miles an hour, and that's on the hill.
Oh, what's happening?
Don't mind the
Why am I
light show
getting so
behind
much?
you.
I can see the light show.
Do you
62.
wiggle more with such a heavy load?
Do you wiggle more with such a heavy load? It depends.
Yes. Depends on speed, but yeah, normal. Oftentimes,
okay.
yes.
Good to know.
I'm on your left.
I mean, in real life, you know, like if you're seeing an empty trailer, it just boing, 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 it'll boing on the road.
No, but I mean, I had to fight it against my force feedback because I took a
All
took
right,
a turn and then my wheels started wobbling.
Alex, what are you doing? You just leaving me in the dust.
Yeah, I beat it to me.
What?
Yeah,
think
don't
you
you
just-
remember when Detroit started speeding up during the last load?
Yeah, because I told them to.
Oh! Don't mind my trailer.
Well, you're kind of like, wait, whoa, ah. a little bit.
Yeah, my wheel was driving
yes.
funny.
Yeah, you're gonna have to recalibrate that. Luckily, the gas station stop is coming up here once we get past the sleep
It
area.
doesn't do it, it's just because I don't know how to explain that. I think because the game has like grooves in the road, whenever I get out of it, it starts to make itself be crazy. Because if I keep it in the lane, yeah, you see how I'm not in the lane, it's doing it. Then once I get in my lane.
Alright, here's the gas station. Box, box, box. Box, 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 and then let's wait for our brother in.
Whoa! I didn't. My truck started sliding whenever I engine was on.
Yeah. Thank goodness I stopped. It's also a 2-lane.
What's the sensitivity on your wheel, Detroit?
What's that?
What's the sensitivity on your wheel? Whenever I hear you like panic, just hear you like pull your wheel all the way to the right or something.
Yeah, that's the sim racer in me that kicks in. Because, I mean, if you listen to it, this is a belt-driven wheel, so...
Yeah, T150, right?
Excuse me?
T150, right?
Yes, T150. And it's got similar settings to what I usually do on the race setting. Stop, box, box, box. Let's wait for our fellow brethren to show up.
I'm gonna...
Alright.
Try to get out of the way as much as I can.
Okay. Alright, we're up here at the gas stop.
I could go for some Red Bull too. You're missing the gas stop, right? Okay.
Yep.
Yep. I could go for some Red Bull too. So let's grab some.
You should turn around on the highway.
Nope.
No? Are you just...
Oh, Exodus just bypassed the gas station.
Yep.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Alright then, let's go. Here we go. Okay, are you just gonna... You're trying to take the race lead?
I think Exodus is up there, so I'm gonna let him.
No, you guys are... I'm slowing down.
Alright.
You really did great.
Yeah. Yeah, because, now that we're full of gas and everything, we can go back to an order. We're not all short order trucks here, so... No, I just need to get up to speed. So yeah, folks.
What are we cruising at?
Well, first I gotta get first I gotta get ahead of Alex here, and then I can gauge the speed a little bit better. Because right now he's like doing 1,000,000 miles a second, and I'm down here doing 62.
I'm doing 10 under you.
All right, well here I come to pass by, and then once I pass by, we'll. Okay, now to just back her down a little bit. Let's do 62.
I don't know what that translated into.
Anyone know?
Somebody translate 62 miles an hour for him.
100
Hey,
on
Google.
100
What
kilometers
is 62 miles per hour in kilometers per hour?
Miles per hour is 99.779 kilometers per hour.
Basically 100.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, I was already asking Google.
Oop, left lane.
Left lane up
Left
here
lane?
for the exit.
My truck is slowing down. Thought I engaged the oh, it's because we're on a hill.
Do we switch back over to the right lane?
Yeah, we can.
I don't feel as comfortable trailing, so
Okay.
I hate to be in the same lane.
Still can't get my cruise control to come in. Oh, you know why? It's this Euro truck. It's bound to my C key, not onto my options button on my wheel. No wonder. And I'm losing ground here because this is a hill. There we go.
Slowly make back together.
And then this time, let's try and set the thingy the right way. 62, right there. Alright, we got 222 miles to go.
Just jamming to the radio. Good song.
I barely have any sound over there, so I can't even tell.
I don't have
Part of the reason why I like playing this game is just listening to the radio. I usually never do.
I see.
rolling up my
Personally-
roll.
And it looks like it's gonna be a not gonna be a loop-de-loop. No, it's gonna be where we exit over here, so that's good news. But no, the usual place I would listen to is Hot Mix Radio from France. Yeah, it used to come in beautifully, and it was always cool because it would play the best songs of the 80s, and then it would play some Euro, some Italian disco kind of stuff. So I heard a lot of good stuff, including stuff like Touch the Night by Silent Circle, and a bunch of other cool stuff too. I really like this part of the highway because of the lights here. And plus, plus this area is used quite often for lighting mods on ETS2.
That would be tunnel.
Yeah, this tunnel's beautiful. This tunnel is just absolutely gorgeous. Love the echo too. Alright, so we are doing pretty good, but let's see. Exodus and Melody are still really far behind us.
Yeah, you two are pulling out of us. I'm going 100, but I'll speed up, I guess. Because they're running 62, right?
Yes, we are.
I'll just catch up real quick.
There's an exit coming up here. You know, I should probably start naming these Euro Trucks streams, like, you know, Top Gear ITC style. Because that's... I know, because it's one of those types of hills.
Left lane.
Thank you.
I remember this one.
That's right.
Yeah, those texts all around here are one-laners.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? If this was a Top Gear intro, it would go, "Tonight, Alex catches a troll. Altered is the star in our reasonably priced truck. And Melody and Detroit talk about music." Be
You're
careful
also
here.
running a 6-shifter, Redux.
Which one?
Exodus.
Whoa.
Is your truck also running a 6-shifter?
No, it's running, it's doing, 12+2.
Oh. Using sequential or automatic?
Sequential.
Oh, okay.
I think pretty much all of us are running sequentials.
After this, I'm gonna head off for the night, guys.
Okay.
Alright.
That's
Already cut
fine.
it short.
Yeah,
Was that?
I've just been trying to keep maintaining brakes and all that.
Oh, okay.
Don't wanna overdo it mentally.
I got you. Still got about 144 miles to go.
Yep.
Yeah, so far this is actually pretty nice.
Someone went over the rumble strip.
That was me. Most of the time. I mean, somebody should make ITC bingo or something. And have like
Melody crashes for no reason.
Well, I mean, just the different spaces. I mean, like in ATS, you know, you have John takes too many screenshots, somebody lags out, somebody crashes into the back of somebody else, porn spam. Let's see. Omen moves all over the place. Whoa, what happened?
Alex
What happened?
Alex lagged out, and
I'm
he
dead.
lagged into place. I'm done.
As in, your truck is damaged fully?
Yep.
Oh
I'm
no!
Oh,
I will survive.
I will survive.
of course.
Give me a minute, my engine. Give me a minute to catch up, please. My engine might be fucked.
All right, here. Pull over.
Yeah, here, guys. I'll just take this opportunity and head off. I got sent pretty far behind you.
Yeah, I try to continue driving on. We're near close. Does Brno have a... Can someone check the map if BRNO has a repair shop?
Let me see. Bratislava
Yes.
should.
Brno has a repair shop.
Yeah,
can we
Brno has
take
one.
an exit?
Yeah, I most certainly can. So when you close the gap, we'll stop in Bruno.
Yep. No worries. Alex tends to do that. I'm just quite fucked.
I mean, I can't control it.
No, you're
No,
good,
no.
Alex. It happens. Trust me. It's no big deal.
Yeah, believe me.
I'm coming up.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you guys
Go
later.
ahead. Alrighty.
See you later.
All right, here he comes. He's gonna be coming up really fast. There he is. All right, we'll pull off at Bruno.
I already said it. Checkpoint.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll be following you then.
Yep.
Just like I said, have mercy. I'm using a 6-shifter and my engine's damaged.
How much damage?
45%.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
bad with
true.
that throw ahead 80.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I already pull up slowly and now even slower.
Trust me, I'm doing 28 home.
Oh, you haven't repaired your truck yet?
No, I have.
Never
The
mind.
first is going that slow.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because my engine keeps turning off.
With all my colleagues right behind me, we decided to get off at Brno so Melody could fix his truck.
Someone's passing us by.
Oh, they are?
Yep.
Okay. Well, they'll pass us by once we get into Brno.
I mean,
Left lane.
again, mercy, please. I'm trying to
Left
catch
lane,
up,
left
and I
lane,
don't know where
left
to
lane.
go off.
Okay, we got it. I'm in the left lane.
I'm just.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna back her down a little bit because your engine's really screwed.
Yeah, like I said, can we go a tiny bit slower, please?
Yeah, here we go. Here, I backed it down to 50. Oh!
Someone's coming. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck. Okay.
Behind us?
Yeah, my engine turning off in the bend is not fun.
Oh, no.
Dude just slowed down a lot. I don't know what he's doing.
Stick caution.
Fair enough.
All of a sudden, I just saw that you just stopped.
I put my.
Yeah, me too. I'll throw them on as well.
Just let him pass, I guess.
Well, that's fine, because we're going to be exiting here, and we still got like 106 miles to go in the convoy,
Okay.
so... so let's get you fixed up for the final 100.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, let's just go over here. And I think when we're done with this load, I'll stream one more load.
Yeah, I
for
can
us.
do that.
Yeah, I'll stream one more load.
Alright, so
for
we're
us.
taking off here, right?
Yeah, we're exiting right here.
Oh, so is this person apparently.
They must be coming
So watch
after. Yeah, we know.
Watch out, there's someone behind you.
Yeah, I know.
Me, watch
See
out,
him.
apparently. He's slowed down a lot. Oh god, engine. Ooh.
Number 9.
That guy was straight.
Oh god, I took the wrong road.
Oops.
God, it's so scary when the engine shuts off because the wheel gets stuck in place.
Oh. For me, the wheel just becomes heavy.
Oh no, mine, I'm not sure if it becomes stuck in place or it becomes very heavy. It's one of the two.
Okay. Well, now we're here inside Bruno, so now you can go ahead and get your truck taken care of. Meanwhile, I'm going to get my truck turned around to face the other direction. And another plot twist. I took the wrong one.
Remember when we crammed into this little thing?
Yes, yes, I remember it very well. It was one of your, it was one of your harebrained ideas, and
No, it
we
wasn't.
all were just. Whose idea was it? Was it Case's?
Cargren.
Oh, it was Cargren.
I
Oh,
know
good
Detroit.
point.
Oh, expensive. Wide turn there.
I know. Well, it's because we're running with, doubles here. There we go.
Oh, I know.
Alright, let me shut my truck off, and I'll just wait for you to be all good.
Yep.
Yeah, and they
Let's see, is it gonna cost more than this job is gonna give me?
Probably.
Please don't make me bad crook. Let's see.
really had to.
Ooh, 27 grand.
Oof.
I wish there was some visual damage, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's visual damage in snow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't we know it?
You took SnowRunner?
Yeah.
I do.
We play that sometime, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely at some point. Alright, so we all caught back up, or...
Well, I'm turning around in the parking lot.
Yeah, 10-4.
Oh god, my engine smooth again.
Sounds like somebody's tired.
Wait, why is there a light on? What's the yellow light on my dashboard?
Low air.
Ah, I don't care.
And when you're behind Alex, Melody, we'll get rolling.
You can go after I make this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
Here we go. I always do the horn honk like they do at Disneyland. There we go.
$90
Ooh, spicy turn.
With Melody back on the road, the three of us charged on.
Yeah, I'll just keep my distance from Alex.
I don't give it off because it will feel better.
Oh no, I know, but you know,
It's kind of like
Here we go.
still happens.
because it's like we'll speak for on and on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the one with the worst ping. You'd think I'd be the one that would be lagging.
I'm suspicious. I mean, I am average. I'm like 10 or higher.
Yeah. And like I said, you know, you'd think I'd be the one going all like a ding dong. But no, I haven't lagged one bit in this game. And the stream is also pretty smooth too. It's nice and smooth. I changed a few things in the settings, and now I see what to do in the future.
I just stopped using OBS because it just confused me and I didn't like confused. I just use video software. This is just
I still use it just because it's, you know, really good and I know how to work with it most of the time.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to take this up to... Let's see. How about once we get past this... Let's see. I don't know. Let's get it up to 60 if we can. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just cruise at 60. We got 66 miles anyway, so we're doing fine.
Oh yeah, they want to.
Oh, my visibility is 0.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay, we're good there.
I'm catching up.
That's cool. That's kind of the reason why I'm doing 60 right now. Is just let you catch up, Melody.
Yeah, I know. Using a 6 shifter is dumb, but I just love it.
Yeah, it works sometimes.
When I knew how to drive, I was pretty good at it.
Yeah. I mean, I drive 6 shifters in Gran Turismo Sport most of the time.
Yeah, but usually you're not pulling a 37-ton hull.
Yeah, no.
I think this is another one of those single lane exits.
Yeah, it is. I mean, even if you went down to the bottom, you could still just pop back up on the other side. As long as your truck is not doing a magic carpet ride. $34 miles and counting. So we're actually doing very, very well here.
Arjun just got online, so it's like
So it looks like he'll probably... Yeah. But if he wants to come in and do a heavy haul with us, he can. Because stay tuned, everybody. I'll showcase one more load. And then we'll wrap up the stream.
You're rubber banding the tiniest bit.
Oh, I am?
Yeah. I think it's just the ping starting to show.
Yeah, the ping is starting to show a little bit. 150. Yeah, I'm bouncing between 165 and 159. Which, on Team Fortress 2, this was a fine ping to have. Like, this was like the threshold. Like, if you're going to be playing Sniper, this was the threshold before it wasn't going to be good to play Sniper. Like, anything above 150, you're going to be screwed.
I've used a lot of TF2. I stopped playing after they nerfed demo stickies.
Oh,
and nerfed
yeah.
heavy shortly after.
Oh, I see.
And then unnerved the demo man, but they didn't unnerve heavy.
Yeah,
That made me mad.
I stopped playing in 2020. And I was already going to be, you know, retiring from Team Fortress 2, but I had to take a forced retirement because I figured I'd play one more Scream Fortress, and then I just decided no. Alright, so hopefully my friend Lukey is around here someplace. He's probably not in the server, but I know that he lives somewhere nearby here in Bratislava. Alright, start slowing her down, slow her down, slow her down, slow her down. Oh, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
whoa. Okay. So we made our big. Okay, so we just made our big entrance into Bratislava.
So, what's a good sim race for wheels? I tried Forza 5 and it sucked.
R Factor 2.
What?
R Factor 2 is a good sim for this wheel.
I've debated about what would you call it? The one you play that you doing your first speed on.
Oh, NASCAR Heat 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
Actually, wait. Let me ask this slightly different. You know the Xbox Game Pass?
No, I don't have Xbox.
No, there's a PC Pass.
No, you can get into Discord right now. If you have Nitro, you do have.
Yeah.
If you
So,
want, where do I go? Right here. Yeah. If you want, because I should be in a
Well,
lot
we're
about
turning
racing
inside
games.
of each other. That's
Same,
If you
same
want,
Melody.
if you know a lot about racing games, and if you want to, could you take a gander at the list on the Xbox Game Pass and which one's good? Because I generally don't know.
We said we wanted to go to Barcelona.
Something like that.
Barcelona.
It's up to
Same
what. I'll just do whatever you want to do. To be honest.
I mean, let me see here. Let me see what it looks like here for Barcelona, because we're going to be all the way over here. Barcelona's really far from here.
Yeah.
What do you? Well, we could default back, or I don't know where else we would go to do our heavy haul. Because one thing we could do. I mean, okay. There's one thing that we can do to go to Barcelona. If we wanted to fully avoid toll roads and stuff, we would have to go up. We basically have to backtrack all the way to Prague and basically take a similar route past Nuremberg and Frankfurt. But then we would be able to cut over at Collagen or Colgate or whatever that is, and then take the road back up from Lille to Calais, hop the ferry over, drive over to Plymouth, and then probably just take the ferry all the way down to,
Hey, that's the route I suggested.
or basically Santander or Bilbo. We would end up having, but then we'd end up in toll road land, because then we'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to Barcelona. I mean, either way, it's basically pick your poison.
I have a suggestion. So we
What's
go
that?
out, we go right to grass, we go hop on the 810,
Mm-hmm.
go past Corey, turn right towards Instant, and then we go along and we hit the other mountain pass over to the 2, and then come down to Naples, and then take the ferry across the first one.
So to Naples. Let's see, where is Naples? Oh, down here. Ooh. Okay, that might actually work. Let me see how long that goes. 812 miles, and then we can take it into Barcelona. It looks like. Yeah, let's see if we can find something to Naples.
You already have the load ready.
You do?
Yeah. There we
Jeez.
go.
Up to room the front, but I might hop on.
Alright, my load is set. I just need to find where Incarnation is.
What type of load are you taking?
I'm taking some Convoy generators.
Obviously. Let's see, I need to take something. Let's see. Let's see. Where is that? Oh boy.
Why are you laughing?
Well, what's the company that you're gonna take it to?
I'm going to Cesta SL.
Vista SL. I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm probably
see
gonna
it on
hop on.
here. Oh, okay. Oh, because you know what? I'm looking for something for Naples. I gotta look for something for Barcelona. So that's why I'm not seeing
So
it.
I'm gonna need to do some routes.
Yeah. Let's see. Barcelona. There it is. So
There's
Cestia
no-
SL.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's see. Are you sure you want to generate the job without? Wait. Okay. Take a job immediately.
I'll see you two later.
Okay.
Have fun.
Yep. Oh shoot! What happened here? Wait. What happened here? Why is it saying I gotta go back 812 miles?
Oh, I see what it's doing. It's trying to get us to not go down there.
What do you mean? So like it's making us not want to go down towards that area?
Hold on. Just set a point there. And that will correct that part. Set a point. Then a point.
Let's see here.
No.
Oh wait. Oh, I see what it is. Doi! My load's back here, I think.
Okay, so okay, I got the load. It is 1,900 miles.
Okay, hold on a sec. I gotta find where my load is. Because it should have maybe spawned over by you.
Inspect.
Which means I'm gonna have to take a Y turn at this. Let me see. Should be right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it. There it is. Oh, it's forklifts. Aw, man. It changed it on me.
Which set it is?
Locomotive.
Mmm.
I was gonna surprise you and take a locomotive, but instead I'll take forklifts.
That'll still be interesting.
I mean, only like 24,000 pounds, but we're good.
I mean, mine is 76.
Yeah.
We're both gonna have
okay.
a fun time on the mountain. You just want
Oh,
me
yeah.
to have my GPS and you just follow me.
Sure, I'll just follow you. I mean, it looks like it already set me up to go to Naples, and then we go to Barcelona, so...
Yeah, but I have a different route to go to avoid
Alright.
Venice, Verona, Bologna.
Bologna.
Avoid the A23 and A4.
Alright. Alright, then, yeah, let's go ahead and take your route.
Look at that.
Alright. So yeah, this will be the last load for this convoy, because now it's just the two of us.
Yep. It's more of a driving pattern more than a conflict.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna do 50. I'm gonna do speed limit because I don't know this road.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do 56 since that's a small unit.
Alright.
I don't think we'll be on this long though.
Yeah, no. Now, this road's easy to take. This one is very easy to take,
Oh,
especially
yes.
with the loads we have. And we just come up to this little, like, this little hitch let's get along.
Yeah. You should be able to follow me, please.
Yeah, hopefully so. Because you know what? It does seem like a long journey, but the miles click off pretty quick.
There it is. They do, and like most of this journey is like very.
Yeah, so it'll feel like a lot, but it isn't.
It's
It's
only
totally
like 1,000 miles of driving.
Yeah, pretty much. And of course, most of our convoy was done in the nighttime. Because nighttime takes a freaking long time.
40, 35.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in grass.
Yeah, you went off-roading.
I felt myself tipping and I didn't want to lose it, so I just slipped in the grass.
Yeah, plus it's okay to have a little salad here and there.
Yeah, the video I have, I'll use if I can.
Nice. Because basically, if you upload it to YouTube, I'll link it in my description. So that way people can see your view. Raining again, good lord.
Yeah, it rained for me like 90% of that last week.
Yeah. For me, it didn't even rain for that second load, but I mean, you'll see it on the stream. Oh, we're bypassing that. Got it.
Yeah.
Should start saying, never mind, I'll find a new route. Okay, there we go. Find a new route. Thank you.
What speed?
Whichever one you're most comfortable with.
No, let's just full gun it once we get to this next highway.
Yeah, 10-4.
60.
60?
Right now. 5.
Okay.
Down to 50. 40. Alright.
Oh, I see. We're exiting here. Okay.
35. 40. 45. Should really be 12.
I'm taking this in 10th gear.
I'm at 11.
How heavy are you taking there?
Oh, I'm just over 76.
Okay.
I'm up to 60.
There we go. Oh, come on.
Taking
There we
this
go.
route before on a special car jump, like heavy car jump.
Oh, okay.
I forget if Bruxelava is a route or not.
The Bruxelava is what?
If it's a heavy cargo place to take out of.
Yeah, I don't think it is because if it was showing me the locomotive, and then it put me to forklifts.
No, like special transport.
Oh, yeah. Oh, ouch.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh dear! Oh my god!
I'm just gonna go back to Bruxelava. Just I'm going to restart.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I have to go all the way back.
Let me get underneath here where it's dry, and then wait for you.
I slowed down, but I was doing and it quit.
Yeah, because you know what? Was it raining on your screen like it was for me? Weird, because I slid into the guardrail and did fine, and then that happens.
Yeah, I have to remake it work.
Seriously?
Yeah, my load is total.
Oh my god. That must have
I had
been
100% damage.
You're kidding. Good lord.
And now I have low rate. There we go, now let me go. Oh, my air cage. Now I gotta see here. Lovely. There we go.
So now we're just kind of waiting over here.
I'm all the way back to where it started.
Okay.
And now I have to reset my stupid route again. I'm okay. My GPS route. I really reset. How many miles do you have left?
1,089.
That means you're too far behind you. But you don't have your GPS set for mine, so I hope it's not as much.
Yeah, I don't have it set anywhere. In fact, where it's telling me right now is to go to Graz and then bypass Italy and then just come in from there. But we're supposed to take a different route, so I'm just waiting for you to come by.
Yeah.
I think the rain has stopped because I don't hear it.
Where were we? Were we on the 8?
We're just about to hit the tunnel on the A2.
Oh.
Because where I am right now, I'm currently just past where there was a gas station.
Oh.
So, if you're so whenever you pass that gas station, let me know and I'll turn my truck back on and see if I can get back up to you, or see if you can catch me again.
I'm about to get on the A4.
Okay, that's fine. Currently just sitting here on the side of the road with my engine off.
Up top on the A2.
Okay.
I guess it was that far behind. At least I could restart and get my whole mileage back though.
So, yeah, we're just waiting here. Just waiting for Alex to get back over.
And hopefully not flip.
Oh, I hear an engine. Is that you?
I don't know where are you.
No, it's not you. It's somebody else. I'm inside the tunnel.
I'm just passing by that fuel stop that you mentioned.
Okay, cool. I can start moving a little bit.
Oh, it was only like 50 miles. And that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I'm passing by that exit.
Okay, and yep, it's still raining.
Yeah, I need to slow way down these corners.
Yeah, I'm now out of the tunnel.
I'm just entering the tunnel.
Cool. Then that means you're not that far away from me.
I see your little car.
Nice. You should be coming in my view here in a sec.
I see your way on your truck. There you are.
Well, come on by. Yeah, here comes the disco ball. There we go. Now we're back on the road.
Now slow down.
Now you don't need to slow down. I'm speeding up.
Now I was doing 70.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm not even that far behind you. Just go ahead and go.
I want to at least try to be a sort of convoy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now it's just a void.
Or did you say a boy?
Yeah, I said a voy. V-O-Y.
Yeah. Are we getting off here? No, we're just right here.
Okay. Good, looks like the rain seems to be backing off, and we'll be stopping here in a sec.
That's another Budapest, I see.
Gonna take us to Magyar-Nagadic. Or the Hungaroring. I got 7:15 on my end. Oh, you mean in-game time or?
Ireland.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean tomorrow's Martin Luther King Day, so
I'm sure you're off, right?
sounds like it. Depends on if they call me into work or not. I mean, if they do, I'm gonna be off in the evening anyway.
Yeah.
And I know that
I haven't seen a single loud truck tractor vehicle about there.
yeah,
There's like 7
Hey.
inches out there.
yeah,
Sure,
And I
there's
do
probably
know-
8 by now.
yeah. I do know that this week, aside from the ATS Convoy this Saturday, I'll be doing the next race in the truck series. And tomorrow was supposed to be a different stream, but then we ended up doing this, so maybe I'll do like a special one sometime here, because I kind of want to break up some of the truck and racing kind of stuff a little bit. May go back to Slime Rancher.
Or maybe try to mix in Snow Runner or something.
Yeah, SnowRunner definitely is going to be something, but I think what I need to do first is that first I need to put something that's non-truck related in there, so I don't. Yeah, and then I can go back to all the other stuff. This guy in front of you, this guy was the one that passed by me. Looks like he's getting off. Let's see what he does. Oh no, he's letting us go by. Thank you, my good man.
Like this waiting time over. Going down to this one.
Okay.
Alright, speed.
Mm-hmm.
In a little bit we'll be turning off.
Okay.
First not road.
Okay. There we go. Alright, now we're up to full song. Or at least as much full song as they will allow us to. Ooh, beautiful sunrise beginning.
Oh, I see it out of my room. Yeah.
Yep. I do too. Yeah, this game's got some great sunrises. Especially when I used to run this at like 10 frames a second. That was way back in the day.
Yeah. We'll say like, oh, you see this one taking the graphics. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, they used to not take as
Yeah,
they used to not take as much today.
Up there.
Yeah.
Which I mean makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day it didn't take that much graphics, but now it's like, you know, needs
Because
a
they
lot.
switched different engines. Graphics.
Yeah, and you know what? Trains Railroad Sim is the same way. They so like if you were to get like the other versions of Trains, like Trains 2009 or Trains A New Era, the graphics got better, but they used the same engine. They changed they changed engines for Trains Railroad Sim 2019, I believe, and now everything looks super realistic.
But it also takes the astronomical amount of computer. Right?
It does a little bit, but the great thing about it is that it depends on like what assets you're running. Like if you're running big BNSFs or the big Union Pacifics or anything like that, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna take a lot. If you're running like the steam locomotives, like if you're running the steam locomotives, like Thomas the Tank Engine or any of those assets, it doesn't take as much per se. It just depends on how you run the game. Like like with this game, I don't run it on Ultra. All right, I don't run any of my settings on Ultra. This is just purely one level below Ultra. And I do the same thing for Trains Railroad Sim, is that I run some of the stuff down, as well as also I don't have the trees moving around too much, because trees cause a ton of lag. Like in My Summer Car, there's a mod where you can remove all the trees because it was causing so much lag and everything, and then you can just kind of like go straight to all these different places. Okay. Alright. Are we going left?
Yeah.
10-4.
This is the start of the mountain pass.
Oh, I see. And I really thought you weren't going to make it out there.
Look at this sunrise, though.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
very nice.
this is gonna be great. So,
Hmm.
I mean, in this game, I can ride up to everybody.
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah,
when you're
no,
running
no.
full ultra, here.
Yeah. And the whole train thing, it also depends on the route that you use. If you're gonna do like the Mojave Desert or something, then yeah, it's gonna take up a lot because it because it has to take care of all the sand. If you're in if you're doing the Edinburgh to Dundee line, that is somewhat graphics heavy, but what saves it is that most of it is like flat and not very much vegetation. Just don't be in the cities when it's at nighttime, because the lights will lag you out if you're not careful.
This is absolutely
It certainly is.
Wow.
Reminds me a lot of the Halloween stream when we were doing that long haul
When was
in
that
8.
though?
That
What
was back in
modes did we
Halloween.
do that?
That was
guess that could-
generators.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I streamed that. The Halloween stream was at first my best viewed stream. Now it's my stream I did last night with Castaway Dreams.
We have an unsuspecting player.
Oh, look at this. It's from Royal Truck Express. Raphael.
I gave him
Nice.
more notice.
Me too.
I hate being that guy that just like goes through a tunnel and then you're like, huh?
I just always do the quick 2 toots and that's it. Because if you do 2 quick toots, then you're good. Oh,
The climb has begun.
oh Jesus. This ought to be interesting.
Go for it, yeah, our A game.
Oh, I'm on my A game. Hopefully we don't have to be on our AAA game and get Auto Club involved.
For fun, we're gonna do this all third person.
Yeah. I mean, I've done it before. Just not recently.
Have we been to this route before?
I have, of course, not with this profile, but with a very old profile. I used to travel down here with the Iveco.
I would hate to meet someone who was first.
Yeah, they'd have to give way to us. Right now we're going through the mountains and sneaking our way around. Keep an eye out for Julie Andrews.
I'm not playing around. I'm doing speed limit.
Okay. Thank goodness I think I'm kind of happy that I got the forklifts. And not the locomotive.
Oh, this would be a crap show if you weren't.
Yeah, this would be such an embarrassment. Be a disgrace.
You'd be bogging down so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Except you rested.
But look at this, we're doing pretty good.
How many do you want to release your cast up?
How much fuel do I have left?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
Another 8.
I'm not even halfway on fuel, but I will do a splash and dash when we get to the next area. Because I could make it all the way on just the one fuel stop we made back there, but I'm not gonna push it. We're not gonna go into a situation like we had with the DAF.
This area is, even though it's quite old, it's still pretty good.
Oh yeah. It looks really nice.
What I mean, it's a Swiss Alps.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not going to be good.
Oh yeah, it's always gonna be nice.
I can feel my frames.
You can feel your frames dipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, your truck
I
is kind of
can't-
torquing a little bit.
Or it could be lag.
I don't know. I mean, you have a rubber band on me, so like ever since the one
Normally, I
hit.
can't really notice it because I have one of the monitors that whenever the frame drops on me, it smooths it out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, you haven't even rubber band on me yet, so
yeah, now watch you say that, and I'm gonna start looking.
let's see.
That's normally how it goes. There's a quarry over there.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the quarry that you just go downhill into?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've delivered loads there and gotten stuck in there too.
There's a fuel stop along one of these other roads right outside of Eastwood.
Okay.
This was literally this area.
Oh yeah, they most certainly did, and I think they're working on revamping one of the other places around here. I think it's
They're
Italy or
working on
something.
Russia.
Yeah, Russia's coming soon.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what they do. Kind of hope they add Sochi so we can actually drive the Russian Grand Prix circuit. I mean, they might not make it that way, but
Or they'll
that's
do like
where
we did down in Tucson, where it's like a super thing you got to climb.
yeah, if that's the case. That'd be kind of cool. Because that actually reminds me of one of the things in Hard Truck 2 that you could do for extra money. You used to be able to race, and what was so hilarious is that there was landmines in 3 different spots on the track. And one of the funniest things you could do to cheat the system was that if you had a truck that was not good, you could actually drive off the bridge, safely, and continue the route or continue the race and have a good lead on the rest. But there was one particular time I accidentally shoved one of the trucks off the bridge, and it caused all the AI trucks to not realize what to do. They just literally stopped and just couldn't go around. Your best option is to get it like a normal tractor trailer. If you have one that had a cargo bay on it, you could win, but it would have been better to just simply get one that was just for a tractor.
That's why I'm so much.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You just got the place.
Okay. How close are we to a fuel area?
Like 50 miles.
Okay, hopefully your truck can make it. If you have to, you could probably shut the engine off and turn it back on when needed.
Yeah, I see it down.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. Because if you shut your truck off, like at the top of the hill, and then just let it coast, you'll be fine.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why not?
It's requiring your headlights to be on.
Oh, I don't know why you still have to have headlights on when it's already daytime. It's annoying. Well, then just take your foot off the gas and just let it coast that way. I mean, there's so many different fuel mileage strategies you can pull here. And as a sim racer, usually we're able to put the car on race lean, which means we would use less fuel. But sometimes you can't do that if you're battling for position, so you have to figure out some ways in order to conserve fuel during a race.
I'm gonna take this one at 30 or whatever. Oh, it's at
Okay.
20. Oh, 10. Sorry.
Would you believe 0?
I hit the brake too much.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bog down.
I noticed. Which also made me bog down a little bit. At least I'm quick on the shifter.
Yeah, somewhere along here there's a road stop.
Cool.
And then we'll have a second bigger mountain pass.
Mm.
I'm gonna hammer down.
I'm hammering down myself.
This is a fun one.
It is. That's for sure. Okay, now I'm below a half a tank.
Yeah, I'm running on fumes right now.
Oh,
I
jeez.
still got a little bit though.
Okay. Hopefully you got enough to get to the gas station.
So before I had like some screwed if I run out of fuel.
Yeah, if you're screwed, it's the server's fault.
Yeah. Oh, we're almost there. Yeah, if I just saw it here.
Nice.
There
Alright,
it
so
is.
we'll just...
So,
Yeah.
parking, fuel, 500 meters.
Box.
Closer than what I would have liked, but, you know.
Yeah, something like that, but hey, you're still good. Alright, here it is. Is it a 2? Is it a 2?
Yep,
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
is.
take the inner one.
Inside? I'll take the outer one. Okay, we got that backwards, but alright.
When I think inner, I mean the one closer. I prefer this one in.
Okay, inner I think is like, alright. Because, you know what? Here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. For me, inside means left side, outside's right side. Because that's how we usually would line up for a restart or something. However, on road courses, it's backwards. So outside would be where I was, and then inside was you. So you're using road course terminology. Yeah.
Looks like we have better pull blue up like this.
Alright. The
Even though
Phantom
this
told
route
me.
wasn't the... Even though there's still April, it's not the... What is it, the 4 you have to do to get to Bologna?
Yeah. I'm surprised nobody else has joined us. Like, I'm surprised Cargren didn't come in here. I'm surprised nobody else did.
Collins is playing 42, dropped on his phone. Water Cup Hurricane never came on.
Yeah, Water Cup, I guess, was refilling himself. Or it was with his little brother's sippy cup. Ooh, I hit a hump there. Isn't hump day yet. Also, I already got a couple of the streams set. Like, I already have the April stream on April 2nd set. Only when I drive the Underbird truck. Or the Underbuilt.
Is that NASCAR?
Yes, it'll be an Alan Kowicki tribute truck. Yeah, because in real life, he, at one time, because he was an owner-driver at the time, he actually took the TH off of the word Thunderbird and called it the Underbird. because he was an underdog at that point. Because at the time, owning and driving for your own race team was a tremendous pain. But somehow he got it to work and won the '92 championship. So yeah, he would have been really cool had he not have died the next year. In fact, we're going to be convoying on the day after his anniversary of his death, which strangely was on April Fool's Day. Yeah. And it'll be the only time in ITC history that I'll be driving a Peterbilt. Yeah. But I know that next week's truck is going to be a Mack. We're going to go back to a Mack, but it's not going to be the Mack R because I did some plate testing with it. I'm not a huge fan of it because it just had no get up and go no matter what. So I'm going to swap back to my fleet truck. Alright, here we go. Toll booth.
Oh, we gotta stop.
That's fine. I got caught. There we go. Come on. There we go.
Oh yeah, I forgot to see part where they showed the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, because I pulled out a little bit faster here, but here, go ahead and go past me. There's nobody coming, so just
I'm still struggling on here.
Okay. And I'll just come back over here. This tunnel used to make this tunnel used to make me crash. Because like, see all the pillars going by?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day when I would take this tunnel, my computer would crash because it just couldn't handle.
You just said it. Screw you.
Yeah, it just looked at this and was like, yeah, my processors are not going to work. So yeah, no, sorry, and then it would just boop, take me right back to the desktop. This time I just took it with nice ease. Alright, once we're out of this long once we're out of this long ass tunnel, then you can pull up and pass me because we're taking your route. So let's see, what time is it over here?
We're starting up here anyways. Oh, it looks like we get back to right here.
So this is where you can pass me. So I'll go in the right hand lane and you pass me on the outside.
Watch your growth, baby.
I'm watching. There you go, you got it.
Just
Ooh,
tell me when I'm
yikes.
clear.
Clear.
I hate being in that outer lane.
Yeah. I think we're going to end up taking that same Chase Omega truck that we ran at Charlotte to Atlanta, I think. But it's going to have a different paint scheme, but I'm going to keep the name on it. We do have one road course coming up soon, and that's going to be at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get into some road course. Okay. I'm excited to get into some road course action. Because mostly we're doing the ovals and the super speedways. Freakazoid is going to be pulled out again here soon, because we'll be going back to Daytona. And then there's going to be a double header at Kansas coming up here, which I'm not sure how I'm going to handle the double header. Could do 2 streams back to back, but then that's going to screw up the Convoy. I'm not sure. I'll have to see how I decide to do that. Because maybe what I'll do is that I'll do one race that day, and then maybe we'll come back the next week and do Kansas again. We'll have to see. Tell you one thing, the new game NASCAR 21 Ignition, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Turning here. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, that was my fault because I didn't realize you had said turning. But luckily, I was hard on the brakes. So
This should be fun.
now we're good. Okay.
I just open up the map and it's gonna be wild course.
I'm used to wild courses. Because remember, I'm more of a kind of a road course specialist when it comes to some of this stuff. So right now it kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the old turns that I used to do on GT4. Because see, yes, which I think GT7 is going to be just like GT4. What I'm seeing. And I'm excited for it because when March 4th comes, you know that it'll download to my thingy because I still gotta pre-order it too. Because in the pre-order stage, you can get basically it'll give you 4 cars to get you started, 4 good ones, 1 million credits to play with, and some other stuff as well. Because there's like 3 different versions. The version I'm gonna get is one that's compatible with PS4 and PS5. So that means, yeah. So that means if I end up buying a PS5 in my travels at some point, then I can just pick up right where I left off. I'm actually wondering too, like if we're going to be able to transport our liveries over to that same game, because if we can, that's awesome. But if we can't, that's going to be a huge pain to recreate all the liveries. But I think they're going to have us transfer them over, which means once we log in and stuff, it's probably going to detect, our save file from Gran Turismo Sport, maybe. Because that's the thing, Gran Turismo Sport's still going to be used a lot. Because I think their ultimate plan, especially with COVID right now, is to release GT7 and keep Gran Turismo Sport open for like the competitive races. Because at this junction, I don't see any competitive races over in GT7. So maybe what they're going to do is is keep GT Sport alive, and then maybe at some point basically turn the servers off over there and then turn them on for GT7. And there might be some online races, I don't know, but I'm going to have to see. I'm just hoping to God that the license tests are not going to be hard as hell, because if they are, it's going to be really wicked bad.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, back in the day, there used to be licenses that you had to get in-game. There was an A license, a B license, International A, B, C, S, and I think one other, but I think those were the main ones. So International A, B, and C, those were for like the endurance races. S license was mostly superclass, which would allow you to run in prototypes and all the other faster classes and other things like that. And you have to do challenges in order to get those. So like the majority of the driver's license thingies are like, tutorials, like, how to brake, how to turn, how to do all that kind of cool stuff. But some of them were one-lap attacks. And they were usually on the hardest tracks, and they're also very, very strict. So like, for example, if I was to come down here and like clip this white thingy there and just go a pixel below it, bam, instant fail. If I like ran wide in one of the corners and I touched grass, bam, instant fail. Or if I even like bumped another car, just the slightest touch, instant fail. And there are streams and videos of people basically trying to gold all these different license tests. It gets very frustrating because of how, strict it is. So hopefully in GT7, it'll give us a little bit of a challenge without screwing us up. So, 178 miles still to go. But yeah, I'm excited for GT7 because I want to see what they did with it, and of course we want to drive on the tracks that they have confirmed, which a lot of the fictional ones from back in the day are returning. Yeah, Trial Mountain's back. I think Midfield is back. Daytona is going to be in there. A couple of other tracks, and I think High Speed Ring is back in there too. So there's a lot of expectations for Gran Turismo 7. So I'm almost thinking that evening I might stream it, but I don't know, because I think I want to just get. Yeah. Oh my goodness! Look at that.
See, Ruby just won.
Yeah. Oof! Don't look down. Anybody that's got a vertigo, don't look down.
Yeah. You can see where we started at the bottom. That respect.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still climbing.
Yep, we're still climbing up the mountain trail. Wow, you slowed way down. We're bogging.
My truck doesn't like me. Are you happy you can take a locomotive now?
Yes, very. I like these forklifts. These forklifts are friendly.
This is gonna give me access.
For me, it's going to give me 81,000 quid. Which is not bad. Not bad at all. In fact, that's actually way more than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to give me something like, I don't know, 48 quid? 48,000 quid? But no, 81? What happened?
No, it's just saying hopefully this brings my target kilometers closer.
Yeah, I know. I'm still a little short, but these loads put me pretty close.
Yeah,
I think I just need to do.
Hope that anyone.
Yeah.
I'm not playing around.
Okay.
Oh, these little mountain houses.
Yeah.
Surprised the amount of people.
Oh yeah. They do. Okay.
And now we can go down.
Yeah. This ought to be good.
Wow.
Nice.
Look out the window.
Ooh, a hot air balloon.
Wow, we're just down.
Nice. So what I'm thinking is that sometime this week I'll throw in an extra stream of like House Flipper or something, and then next week I can probably do Snow Runner.
Just not slow down too much.
Yeah, you slow down a little bit too much, and luckily I didn't hit you.
I just go to this really tight corners.
Yeah. So yeah, next week will definitely be a Snow Runner, something in there.
My goodness, really easy to do.
Okay. engine a little bit.
Hey there, guys.
Oh, hey, Exodus. Welcome back. Well, we're coming down the hill as we are making our way towards Barcelona.
Oh,
And the
okay.
stream's still going, too, so...
Yeah.
This is probably going to be the longest stream I've ever done.
Yeah.
But hey, at least it'll be some sort of good content with some ETS up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially with our holy truck.
did I lag you?
Oh god, yes.
I know, Alex. You're just a minefield today, bud.
Oh no,
But
you
at least
missed
I can...
it. Whenever I upload, you'll see what
Yeah.
crazy route we did.
Yeah, and you'll also see it on my stream too, which when this stream is done, it takes about 30 minutes or so for it to like upload.
Render, whatever.
Yeah, render, and then it does its thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I was just telling Alex that that this week going
Still
to
in truckers.
no
Okay.
this week it's going to be a little different because I'm gonna
Slow
probably
down
stream some
really
Slime
bad.
Rancher. Fine, some Slow
Oh.
Rancher.
No, I
Slow
actually, I meant, are you guys still in truckers MP? Like,
Oh
right
yeah,
now?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, we are.
Sorry, should have been more specific.
Yeah, but I think at some point this week I'll either stream House Flipper or Slime Rancher, just to kind of like break up all of the trucking that we were doing. Then we'll have the truck race at Atlanta, the ITC Convoy Saturday. Next Sunday I don't know if I'll stream this again. It kind of depends. But I do know that at some point we'll stream SnowRunner. It'll probably be one of the nights that, because I think isn't it next Monday people are off too?
Yes, this Monday. It's actually this Monday. Right? Martin Luther King Day's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes. I know it's this Monday. I don't know about next Monday. Simulation 1, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you want to meet us, we are about to roll into Italy, specifically
Italy?
Milan.
I like
Milan,
Italy.
Milan.
Hey, you guys should bring me to a Scania dealership. so I can get me one of those little hefty trucks.
Dude, 74.
Wow, that's so fast.
You in the dust, true.
Yeah, because I had to. Yeah, because when you lagged, I came to a full stop. So I'm trying to catch back up. This is like the longest route I've ever taken.
I think it's just because we're
Where'd you guys say you
so
were?
slow. We're about to pass by Milan.
Italy. Okay, so you guys are in the boot.
Yeah, we got 665 miles to go.
My route is 1,200 miles.
Jesus, I can't even get close to Italy. I'm gonna have to play this and actually get some locations unlocked.
Yeah, you might want to do that.
This profile is. I don't know if this is my original profile or not.
I lost my original profiles years ago.
Yeah, my APS profile, I don't even use mine. I just. Envoy one.
Ooh, Alex, I have to do a 90,000 pound repair from your little fun time with me while we were on our way.
Okay, don't remind me of that because I just lagged and I made sure to cancel it by the look.
Oh no!
You good?
Detroit, did he make you a panty cake? Okay, so
He,
wait, where you?
he turned me into a smart car.
Oh, okay, so wait, where are you guys going?
We're going
heading
to
to Barcelona,
Barcelona,
Spain.
Spain.
Italy?
No,
Yeah.
Spain.
No, Spain.
Barcelona, Spain. Okay, so I'm gonna go from here, where I'm currently at, all the way to Barcelona, Spain. Oh my god.
Oh
Two
man.
City.
How bad are
Let's
you
see.
damaged?
Well, you would taking me up to like 93 or something. My load is 10% damaged and my trailer's 13% damaged, so I use /fix, so yeah. There you go.
I left 2 gates open. We can just roll them.
Yeah.
Or
No,
Yep.
we're not.
they were
I had to
open.
stop in line. So let's see here. Oof. So my 81,000 quid load is now going to be, I don't know, probably 40,000 now. Because of how much
Would you
damage
like
it
to go in
has.
front of me?
Well, no, because I don't know where your route's going to take you now.
True. Once we get onto the A1, you should be able to leave.
Okay.
Or if we can exit or no.
Oh, shoot.
Did you just miss it?
Yeah, I did, because I just got an interesting text and stuff. Hang on.
Oh,
that's
I'll
fine.
slow down.
We're good. Yeah, I just went, this almost went the incomplete route. The wrong route, I mean. Good God Almighty. All right, I can still stick with you guys for the load. But yeah, no. You know what's funny though is that last night's Castaway Dream stream was my most viewed in terms of playback and everything. Like, it's almost pushing 100 views already. This one may be one of the lower end ones, because despite the fact that I shared the stream link in the other servers that I can share stuff in, I don't think anybody was on, or let alone even wanting to see anything. In fact, one of the things, you can go ahead and go, Alex. Because like one of the servers I'm in that I own just doesn't like the stream pings at all. So that's kind of an annoyance. It's like you're trying to advertise the server. I mean the stream, and it's like, what do you do? And you know what too? I just realized, for anybody watching the playback, if you guys want to join us in the ITC, go to itc.com/join and join the server. And join on Trucksbook, and you too could be with the elite truckers of ITC. And who knows, maybe you might end up in one of my streams, or in one of Alex's videos.
I did not know Alex made videos.
Yep, I'm recording it now.
Yeah.
Sexy.
I just stream because I used to make videos. In fact, I found I still had access to a old channel that I used to upload on. And I'm looking back at the content from like 3 to 4 years ago. Good God Almighty.
Was it bad?
No, well, okay. Here's the thing. Some people thought it was super bad because those former friends were backstabbers. Okay. But mostly everybody enjoyed it. Like, I did Night in the Woods on that account. And I'm thinking of, at one time, streaming it over here. Because Night in the Woods was a fun game. And I did a few Team Fortress 2 videos over there, and I had a series that I just went on different servers that were completely dead, so kind of a cornucopia of stuff. And I even had a Half-Life 2.
Right.
Okay. Had a Half-Life 2 playthrough that didn't get past part 8. But yeah, I kind of stopped. I kind of stopped doing video stuff because, you know, it was taking me way too long to like record, and then I had to edit and everything. So that's why I stream, because it's a little bit more fun and it's a little bit more spontaneous. You never know what's going to happen.
It's raw.
Yeah, you get the raw audio and you get all the raw good stuff.
That's what I'm
Hey guys,
doing
I
this.
have to go 1,400 kilometers to get to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, you should make better time than us.
Yeah, I'm just checking the map here to see exactly where it's taking us now.
Wait, how many kilometers do you guys have?
We're at 1,100 miles.
1,100
I-
miles?
Yeah.
I have 659 miles on my end.
Oh, okay, so we're about this. I'm only a few hundred kilometers more than you guys are.
Yeah, because I don't know
But most
which
of ours
way.
is going to be the ferry. Detroit's just
Yeah.
trying to take them around loop-de-loops because we're going down far south and then taking the ferry across.
Yeah, so I'm just taking the route that that Alex is taking.
Which is essentially right down to
Yeah, once we get to Naples, we'll be fine. I know. This is usually about the time of night when my mind gets all discombobulated.
Yeah.
And-
Just after 11.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably just live like that an hour, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully so. Because we're putting the pedal to the metal right now, so. And if you two want to do loads, that's fine, because I might get off after this load.
I'm probably gonna get off after getting down there.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna get off, just have to this anyway.
So let's see. How are we doing so far? Okay, so we got a long way to go before we get to Naples. I'd like to see exactly where it's
You're just
supposed to be.
passing by Pomona.
Mm-hmm. Let me do this. I'm gonna engage my. There we go. Okay, that way my gas pedal gets a little brake.
Did you set your cruise?
Yeah, I pretty much put my cruise control on. Because I mean, the gas pedal can be fine. Yeah, I'm still surprised that nobody else joined us, just to like pop into VC except for you, Exodus. Kinda is surprising to me. But at the same time, yeah, you know, well that, but I guess maybe people started getting busy again, or heck, you know, they could be snowed in to the point where they can't even run anything.
Yeah.
So that's probably yeah, it's warm over here on the West Coast. Like we're supposed to be in like the mid, like higher 60s, lower 70s this week. But hey, that's SoCal weather for you. Because we're in the not summer phase, where it's usually cold and rainy, but right now it's just kind of like mildly warm and windy. Yeah, but what's not so much Santa Ana's. It's just more like those annoying winds that'll just blow out of nowhere. If it was Santa Ana's, then everything would be dry and everybody would be electrocuting themselves off of everything. No, these are more just those annoying type winds that make everything colder. When we get in the next month, however, February is usually very rainy for us. Yeah, it's extremely rainy, and you know, that's what ends up happening a lot. But what are you gonna do? Because then once we get past April, then we go into the summertime over here. It's like it skips over. Like once Easter has come and gone, bam, it just goes right into heat mode.
It's like, oh, you want to cool temperatures? Oh no, you're not getting that.
Yeah. Now sometimes we get very lucky and we don't get hot temperatures until like September or even like mid-July. But the last few years have just been very warm, almost to the point where you literally are putting shorts on all the time. Yeah, it's weird here. Okay, let's see, where are we right now? Okay, we're halfway to Naples. Just gotta get past Rome. There.
Weird that's my now.
Nice. Or Fidenza, as some Italians say, and it looks like Exodus dipped.
We have a road player up here.
Road
Still
what?
alive. We have a road player up here again. Still alive.
Oh, nice. Been a while since we've seen a rogue player.
Yeah, the last time we was on our previous results.
Yeah. That's 100% true.
I mean, it's been like 600 miles
Yeah.
or more.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance we might have to make one more stop.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because right now, I am just about at half a tank. And since we're almost... Yeah, well, because you got a heavier load than I do. So, even though we don't have any cautions in this game, you might need fuel more than I do. So, what I think is going to have to happen is that probably just before we get to Naples is when you're going to need fuel. So, for me, I can probably last all the way to Barcelona, and then just refill there when I jump back into the game.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm just right behind you.
No, I'm talking about this guy.
Okay, let's see what his name is. Danoliv.
I'm still alive.
Yeah, let's see what he's gonna do.
Oh, he's
Looks like
giving
he's
us respectful and giving us the right lane.
Yeah, he's doing good. Yeah, that looks like a Christmas trailer he's got.
Yeah.
But that's strange. I thought the Christmas event was done.
I saw people bringing in food today.
You know, I wonder if they extended it very briefly.
Yeah. Normally what they do
Like
extend it for 2 days.
Yeah. It's kind of like what they did with Cruising Wyoming, was that they hit their goals so quick, they said, hey, let's go ahead and extend it to Christmas time, and then that's when it concluded. So, in this type of situation, I think they said, let's go ahead and just, keep decking the halls for right now, and then after the next 3 days, we'll take them away. Which, that Christmas event was probably the most fun I've ever had in terms of Christmas events, because it was a lot easier. You could get your loads between the two games. It was perfect. Because the one from a couple years ago was an absolute nightmare. Because for that one, you had to make sure that your load was 250 miles long.
Oh, yeah, one.
Yeah, it could not be 249. It could not be 251. It had to be very much above 250 miles. And that was so annoying too because I would end up having to bump back and forth between Edinburgh and what's that other place?
Aberdeen.
Cambridge. No, Cambridge. Because I never liked going up to Aberdeen because I always felt like time just slowed down, even with my fastest trucks. So I would usually go between Edinburgh and Cambridge because that road's a lot of fun, especially if you take it like in the evening, and then you'd be totally fine. So
This is definitely one long.
yeah, it is. So now we're almost into Rome, and then we'll almost be into Naples. And not only that too, but I think the other reason too why I'm saving fuel is because I'm already in 12th gear, but I'm not redlining.
Yeah, I'm at like 1800 too. I'm really starting.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna need a splash and dash. Me, I think I can probably make it to Barcelona.
Probably whenever I see a fuel stop next to the road, I'm just gonna grab it.
Yeah, just tell me box, and that way I know you're coming into pit road.
Or we'll have to do the zoo in Naples to get fuel.
Okay.
If you were to go around a few roundabouts that direction.
What? You're just getting old, then.
It says I have 414 miles. Shit, in reality that should be enough to carry.
Okay.
But with realistic fuel mileage, it's probably about half of that. So I'm cutting it.
Something I might go ahead and do is that despite the fact I'm still pretty good on fuel, is I'm going to just shut the engine off and just let it coast, since we can go downhill a little bit.
He's just adding his stats.
So I just shut it off and then I turn it back on.
You know what I mean? That's all he's doing. All he's doing is just the rear yard. And the team.
Roll road right most loose. Little sector. No. Left.
Okay.
Touchdown.
Roll way down where it broke now. Remember, we did this last week's Convoy. Getting that ring. Yeah, this is where we dropped off.
It's exactly where we dropped off.
I mean, Staples should be. Oh no, we dropped. I think there's a big stop on the road up here, which means probably we get through. I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah, I'm starting to kind of doubt myself a little bit. But
I just
you know what?
feel like, so that means I'm that.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the fuel light yet or anything. But I think it's also because I have been doing the shut off, turn back on strategy. Then from right here, another shut off.
back under the A1.
Mhm.
90.
There's like knowledge.
It's not about river.
There we go.
I'm doing 40.
Okay.
Under this uphill ovals.
Mhm.
Where?
Like we're at the final pull for something.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully that's the case. Shut off the truck again.
Right. Right.
Okay. There we go.
That's what I still worried about. It's like,
Oh! Damn it.
Did you hit the little thing?
I hit the gate.
Yeah.
It may have ruined my field match.
Mm.
We'll see. Because, I mean, we're almost in Naples anyway, so I think I'm gonna make it.
Left was something long to learn. Can't.
Hopefully you don't run out of fuel.
Well, it's not going to require me to have my headlights on, so I can't coast.
Yeah, you can, that's true.
I'll be able to coast for another. As long as it doesn't do me dirty, I'll make it. Look, I'm going to be limping it.
For me, I have a feeling that if I don't do the field stop, I will hit red in Barcelona.
And then it's up here after this exit, so it'll be good.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
almost
what
like
I'll do
these
is I'll-
fuel stops are timed perfectly for us.
Yeah. Maybe what I'll do is that I will pit, but just for a splash and dash. Because technically I don't need I don't need to go full tank here, so so here we go. Box.
That's a dual one. I'll
Cool.
take the dual inclusive.
Okay.
$5. 5 euros. I'm guessing we still want to lead.
Yeah. I just took one can of Sunoco fuel, so because one can's all I really need. Well, because I didn't fill up. I told you I just needed a splash and dash, so I just took one can of fuel. And that'll be more than enough for me to get over there.
Be a few miles.
Yep. There we go.
We're rolling on Naples,
Yeah.
which means
This is definitely. Which means we're going to be at the ferry.
We decided to be about 1,200 miles in the run.
Wow.
Longer than what we anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
I mean, this was your route, so.
Yeah. I used to love it though.
Yep, not much further now. We're almost in the Naples.
What makes it longer is the ferry.
Yeah, for the most part, anyway. Cool.
Yeah.
Black Star definitely did a really good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alex, if you ever get a chance to, if you have Spotify or you want to look it up on YouTube, look up David Bowie's album Black Star and just give it a listen. It's really good. Especially since he wrote it while he was dealing with terminal cancer. Yeah. But the cool part is that the way he sings it, he sings the whole album, is that you can tell that he's weak, but at the same time, he can still project his voice beautifully. Alright, so where do we go now?
Right at the junction.
Gotcha.
And hopefully we can stop that
Yeah. We've been convoying since like
Right.
yeah, since like about 5 p.m.
That'll be about
5 p.m.
4
Pacific.
hours. No.
Yep,
Yeah, 4 hours.
that's definitely the longest stream I've ever done.
Oh, your Halloween combo is like 4.5 hours.
Oh yeah, it is, because didn't we like have that big old pause while we were trying to get everything
Yeah.
going?
Love 2 gates.
Yeah, we did that. So yeah, this one will match it, I bet. We'll see. Okay, this time I don't have to hit the brakes that hard. There we go.
We both coming smoothly.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's it. Probably for both.
Yes. Napoli Porto.
Hard is
Cool.
just.
I think I already had this. I already had this city discovered. Just because
Down here.
I come down here rarely, because sometimes when I come down here yeah, and also too because sometimes I blow my money on the pasta that's down here. So, yeah.
You're like, ah. How much?
Yeah, that would have been, that was my second
It's
tour.
actually
Hmm.
Oh, we can just go around this one. Here.
Yeah, we can ITC it.
Looks like we're going straight.
Yeah, looks like it. Because then the ferry is almost over there.
oh no.
Here's one too.
Mm-hmm. Discovered a new viewpoint. Nice.
Yeah, didn't they have like 40, 50 of them?
Yeah, they did.
They're
I'll come back
pretty
to.
great here.
Yeah.
It's just there's so many different roads.
For a second there, it made it look like you bounced off the building. And there's the boat.
Our boat in a 600-mile period of us.
Mm-hmm.
We should get on this ferry.
Yeah, we can.
Even though some
See, now we're in the non-collision zone. I stopped a little short.
Barcelona.
Yep, Barcelona. Come on. There we go. Yeah, Elman, we've been streaming for a while.
So we just pop back in.
Yeah, Elman just popped back into the chat. This is almost a 4-hour stream, so didn't mean for it to be that way.
You ready?
It's still loading in.
Mm.
Yeah, it's taking a little bit to load in, so. But at least I'm heading over.
It's still like $3,000.
Mm.
And people want their money.
Alright, now we're here. There you are.
Took the long road around.
So you think you're Romeo? Playing the part in the picture show. Take the long way home. Take the long way home. You're the joke of the neighborhood. Should you care if you're feeling good? Alright, got 4 miles left in this long journey. You know what's gonna happen is that somebody I bet from either this company or one of my friends is probably gonna like make a YouTube video about like basically a compilation of the times that I just start belting out a song or something. I think they do that way too often.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, sometimes it happens.
The detail here is good.
Oh yeah.
It's a desert, but it's more than the desert.
Yeah. Where the running of the bulls are and everything, and you know, it's Spain. Where I finished 19th at Circuit de Catalunya a couple weeks ago. My next race is Spa in Belgium for the career mode in F1. I don't know how good we'll do there, but I'm hoping to get a top 5, if not a podium. I don't think we're going to have enough to win there, because I know we're getting some upgrades to the engine and everything, but we've been knocking on heaven's door, that's for damn sure.
We're going into that finally.
Yeah. Ooh, dogging.
First urban attack I've seen here.
Yeah, whoa, Jesus. And you just about lagged over them.
Oh, we're almost here.
Mm-hmm.
Never been on this one
It's nice.
Oh, see?
What happened?
That.
Oh. That? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh. Like, what's this?
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
There we go.
Yep, this is right here.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, you're there now. See, I have a... There you go. Beautiful.
Oh. Forward.
Alright, so let's see what damage it did to me. So, what's the penalty? Oh, that hurts.